Let me ask my sister Natural this before I send it to B1 Business. Are you there, my sister?
I'm here.
Sister, in the last, I'll just say a year, we'll cut it short. I'm going to lowball it. Have you seen any video of a tether trying to use all those niceness and, the nice tethers? Have you seen any one of those videos where they say we all black, where they didn't somehow try to insert something that we could do for them?
Never. There's never a time. There is never a time. Everything that they do that involves us or them naming us is transactional or us doing for them. That's why when I hear people talk about this unity and unite with them, for what? What do they have to offer us is the question. Because we have everything. They have nothing to offer us. Why would we be uniting with them? I've never seen not one video without them dry begging. Never.
Oh, sister, they be out here dry begging. The international beggars dry begging everywhere they go. Notice, fam, every time they do a video, every time they talk, because it's just like supremacy. Remember, I just said tethers are tether pets, and they are the students of white supremacy. The two main students of white supremacy are white kids and melanated immigrants, melanated migrants, melanated tethers. They both in that classroom learning how to be anti-Black American. That's why if you go and you interview 15-year-old meth head Matthew, who's a Mayo, and then you go and you interview Mr. Jolof Mutombo, and they the same age, both 15 years old, and you ask them about Black Americans, they will say the same anti-Black American rhetoric verbatim. And they on two different continents because they're both learning from the same source, white supremacy. Now, unlike them, we know what supremacy is, and we call it out. They bow down to it. And remember, y'all, they don't like black folks that go after supremacy, because us going after supremacy, they view that as somebody coming after their mommy and daddy. They treat us resisting supremacy the same way a child would if they seen somebody put their hands on their mama or daddy. And that sounds funny, right? You kind of chuckle at it, but then when you really look at it, it ain't too damn funny. It's exactly that. I wish it was a joke, but it's so damn real because we done all seen it. Go ahead and say something about Tom Cruise. Say something about Brad Pitt. Say something about Britney Spears. And before a W says something to you, 15 tethers gonna roll up their damn sleeve. Now, it's funny because that same Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Britney Spears come to colonize Jamaica or Haiti or Africa, they won't roll up the sleeves to fight them, but they'll drop on their knees when they see them. Let's send it to my brother B1 Business.
What's going on, Black Alpha?
Salute to you, brother.
I just wanted to touch on two quick points. The Bohemian, whatever, the Bohemian Big Bag, whatever you called it. Well, when it came out that this woman was a tether, she wasn't a foundational Black American, you never seen nobody from Jamaica come out and say, oh, well, we was wrong. We got that wrong. And I don't know if nobody else done already touched on this, but, they didn't come out and say, oh, we apologize for that. We kind of made a misstep right there. We thought she was American, but we take that back. We apologize for that.
Yeah, I said that in the beginning. I said, that even after they realized that it wasn't us, that's how you know that they just use that as an excuse to spew their anti-Black hate. That's how you know, because not one of them, not one video of them apologizing.
Right. And that's how you also know that that's how they've been feeling. These feelings they've been harboring, which we already know that, but we gave them enough rope to hang themselves as far as that go. And the other point, I don't know if anybody touched on this, old girl Brickgate, who was, she was on there talking about a Black man hit me with the brick and look at all these Black men out here. Nobody protected me or none of that. It was black, black, black. You know what I'm saying? It was just under the guise of black. Well, when she got found guilty and all of that, nobody came out and apologized. Say, hey, Black man, we sorry. That was a mistake. That was her. Just she don't represent everybody. This or that.
And it happened in the Somali neighborhood. That did not happen around any foundational Black Americans. All the people that she showed in the background where she was like, I got hit in the face and none of these men did nothing about it.
None of these Black men. Look at all these Black men around here.
Exactly. But and all of them were Somalis.
Right. But my point of saying that was that's the reason that we delineate. I've been scrolling, on TikTok, on Facebook and Twitter. And they like, what y'all delineating for? Why? If we all the same, there's no reason to delineate. Y'all creating wars amongst the diaspora. Well, this is not to create a war, but it's also to delineate so we don't get thrown in the pile with everybody else mess. We already got our
no
own.
more explanations. We're done. We're done explaining anything to them while we're delineating. We're done.
Right. But those are just the two quick points I wanted to make. You know, the Jamaicans or nobody else from the diaspora came and said, hey, man, y'all was wrong for talking bad about the Black Americans. And also the reason that we delineate is because you black it is flat blackness. Well, we all get lumped in together. Well, no, that wasn't FBAs that did that. So leave us out your mess. And I'll land my plane right there. Love everybody, you know, the FBA family. Peace and love and reparations.
Certified salute all day. It's my brother right there. I met this man right here, certified all day. Let me tell y'all this too, because y'all done threw me another alley-oop. God damn, it's an all-star team in here, fam. All day. How you brought up the Somali chick. And then, like you said, Church, when it came to the Somali chick, they was wilding out, spazzing. Let me bring something else up, fam. Why we don't go to bat for these individuals, because we always find ourselves doing more work and just caring more than they do, because they don't care about supremacy. Y'all remember that little boy that got called the N-word up there in Minnesota, right? Y'all remember that? Have you seen the family come out and say, they family hid the whole time? Have y'all seen the family yet? I'm still waiting to see the family. I remember everybody's like, yeah, we got to see the family first now. Fam, this is circling, fam. We not that far off from a year away from that. Come on, from the anniversary of that. You still ain't seen the family because they ain't give a damn. They weren't pushing it. It was Black Americans who was like, hold up, whoa. This W woman who's clearly on meth is out here calling black kids the N-word. We stood up for that because on our turf, that's not how we ride. Let me say this as well, fam. This is another thing before I go on another venture. Let me say this about that situation. We waited to see a picture of those parents. They hid those parents, but on the low, they was out there trying to start GoFundMes. The guy who filmed it, who's a Somalian, he went and started him a damn GoFundMe because he said he was traumatized. This was all the tethered play. It was all the tethered play. And there was a lot of brothers and sisters who was like, hold on now. Let's see the family before we move, right? There's a lot of brothers and sisters who was like, nah, damn that. I got to see the family first, because we kind of knew that it was going to be a Somali. Okay. We knew how that was going to be. Shout out to the people who was like, nah, I'm not sure. Matter of fact, we got spaces. My sister Angelic, as a matter of fact, I have a space. If y'all check it out on my channel, our sister Angelic was like, nah, I don't believe the family. I don't trust them. So y'all see that we be right ahead of time before things unfold. But that goes to show y'all, they come over here, they cloak themselves in our identity, and then they do all these dastardly things. They get ran up on, they got scams, and they do that in the name of us. So we've cleared up a lot of things with delineation. Shout out to my brother B1 Business, because he made a damn good point about delineation. We've cleared a lot of things up now, and you can't just come over here and wave your melanated skin and then you get access to places that you don't belong to, and then you dirty our name. You throw salt in the game, you get a game of black eye. And this is why we've had to clear that up, because we've been running around here having to own up to things that we ain't even do, because these people ain't even of the lineage. That's why I say, what's race got to do with this, fam? I said this just last night for my brothers and sisters know what I'm talking about. When Foundational Black Americans was talking about race, everybody was saying, quit playing the race card. Why everything got to be about race? We all the human race. And as soon as we said, okay, cool. All right. That's how you want to play? All right. Well, it's all about lineage then. Now they saying, whoa. We all the same race, brother. We all one big race. Can't we get together? We all black now. No. Nobody wanted to talk when we was addressing racial issues. As soon as we said, okay, then we just going to address it with lineage, because we the only ones in what we've done that protects these damn tethers. Because I'm telling you now, if it wasn't for Foundational Black Americans, tethers would be out here getting billy clubbed, bamboo sticked, elbowed, leg dropped, stone cold stunner. They might even have some Shawn Michaels sweet chin music. They be out here getting Mike Tyson KO'd. You come over here and you benefit from the laws that Foundational Black Americans have put into place in terms of the protections that we end up having. So Foundational Black Americans, we provided you that when you come here. So we provided you the opportunity to even come to my damn country when you board a plane. And then when you get here to this country, we give you all the protections out there. So you need to be respecting Foundational Black Americans. You need to be bowing down to Foundational Black Americans. But instead, you come at us with this hidden vitriol and sometimes open vitriol. But at the same time, you bowing down with every W walks in the room. We don't respect that. People who don't fight back, don't stand up, got smoke for people who ain't concerned about them, but love the massa who's colonized you everywhere you went. Remember this, family. Everywhere a Jamaican, a Haitian, or an African has ever went, the white man has followed as a colonizer. Where foundational Black Americans are, because we ain't ever went nowhere, we run the yard. So that's why there's a difference between foundational Black Americans and fleers. Let's keep it flowing. I don't know who you are. You got a dude smiling in your thing. OM something. Come off your mic.
I think it's Ukrainian or Russian. You know who you are. Come up.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Zelensky.
And you don't be asking for no donations neither, because Zelensky got all that pharmaceutical money from Creepy Joe Biden.
We need him to come up. We need him to come up. We need him to come up. Come on, get off mic, or you getting permanently blocked.
You know who we talking about. You look like you one of those old school barbershop dudes with the little demonized grin on your face and the little mustache that you twist at the end. You got him out of here, brother?
Hell yeah. He looked like he got some kids in his van.
he parked the van on the goddamn.
He definitely stranger danger.
Talking about
Yeah, this creepy ass dude following me. You know, certain things that black folks don't mess with is clowns and them, you know, folks that like to mess with them kids. Get your creepy ass up out of here with your tippy toes, standing up, trying to wear some high heels, knowing damn well you too short to box some guys. Get your creepy ass up out of here. Go ask Zelensky for them donations if he snorted it all up, clown.
Damn. Y'all tell y'all, man, they be watching everywhere we at. They be watching. They know what it is. Everywhere we go, it's on something. My sister Angelic, did you ever get secure? It's on you. Did you ever get good? You got settled, secured, floors open?
Oh, yes. I just wanted to say that I just was listening to what you all were talking about, and I was thinking about how we had the little thing with the little ignorant girl with the trashy salon, whatever you want to call it. That girl, the thing with Jubilee, with Amanda Seals, the brick lady thing, and I'm taking it as it being like like these are just attacks at us to try to test us and to try to see. And I've been kind of proud of myself because normally I've been fooled by things in the past, but I haven't bought into any of these little things. Even the little thing with that chick who she was calling the little boy the N-word or whatever. They were in Minnesota, so they're all Somalians in Minnesota. So we should have known that was a scam right there. That we should have known. So that's not even our people. But I haven't bought into any of these things. When I saw that crazy brick lady, she didn't look like she was a foundational. She looked weird. So when I saw her big old face and it was swollen, I just kept on scrolling my timeline. I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm not even I just haven't bought into any of it. And I wanted to ask the panel, not just Black Alpha, but I just wanted to ask everyone on the panel. I'm thinking about our people traditionally. Like, I kind of know the answer. Why are we so ready to buy into something? You know what I mean? Like, we're so ready. It's like we haven't been acknowledged for so long. We're so ready to jump. We're just so ready to jump on everything and just believe it. And that Jubilee thing, I don't know how people bought into it. Amanda Seals is a dim shield. She been a dim shield. And then she did the Jubilee thing. And I wasn't impressed with the Jubilee thing. I was just watching someone's broadcast. And they were talking about how a lot of our people, she really said some good things. I wasn't impressed by what she said. And then after that, she went back talking smack about us again. So I just wanted to ask the family, why are we so ready to jump and buy into something like, they talked about the lineage and they did, that we're so ready to just jump out there and, so I just wanted to ask, just kind of to get the family's opinion on that. And I'll leave it there.
They be loving them hoes. There you go. They just be loving them hoes. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They said G's up, hoes down. If she can't swim, she bound to drown. And these folks, I guess they want to drown just like a tether. They be loving them hoes. That's all it is. So they want to be acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? Because they be loving mommy and daddy too. You know what I mean? So they just the domestic ones right there. But Church, I know Church got an answer for that real quick.
Yeah, but you just took it away from me with they be loving them hoes. It came out of me. I don't know what to say on that one. No, honestly, what it is, and the fact of the matter is this, a lot of these folks, they have the locked up puppy syndrome. I don't know how many dog breeders we have in the house, right? But when you have a dog that isn't really acting right with you, right? And you didn't bought the dog. It's your dog. And it's trying to attack you, bite on you, and all these other things. One of the things that the dog breeders do, one of the things that we do, G, I'm going to need you to go back on your mic or I'm going to have to drop you. One of the things that dog breeders do is they will put the dog into a cage, or not just put it into a cage, they will cover the cage and they will leave that dog alone for days. They'll come in, feed the dog. They'll come in, give water to the dog. They'll do all those things. So when they finally open the cage, the dog will come out loving anybody that's around the cage. This is a psychological trope. This is what they do psychologically, right? So when you ask about people who are just looking for people to like us, that's the mindset that they have. They've been oppressed so much that people who come out of nowhere saying, hey, that's not right, they immediately give them gratification. They see people doing our dances. Oh, they want to be like us. Oh, how cute. They immediately give them gratification and invite them to the picnic. You see what I'm saying? It's more of the fact that there are people who don't understand that this is all a tactic. You might have been oppressed for so long, and that's understandable. But instead of being mad at the person that oppressed you, you're happy that the person opened the door for you. And that is one of the major issues that we have right now in our community. There are a lot of people who's been treated wrong all their damn life, but one goddamn Nabisco will open the door and every Nabisco is just grandized. Hell yeah, he was great. Nabiscos aren't too bad. It was a Nabisco man who lifted me up. Namely, and I want to make sure I say this for all those who don't know, the artist, we talked a lot about Mona Leo. We got to talk about the artist known as Kirby, because Kirby, G,
you can cut it, dog. You're fine.
All right, you're done. You're done here.
Are you fooling me? It's never been in Nabisco.
Okay, Nabisco. Hey, Nabisco, go ahead and get up out of here. You're done. All right. So like I was saying, we're talking about a lot of situations with Mona Leo, but we're not speaking about Kirby. Kirby was called out several times. I've called her out as well. I used to think she was a great Mississippi Delta artist. And then I really started listening to her music. People really started pointing me into certain different type of music. First and foremost, the music that she was doing before she started singing the music she's singing now, she sounds totally different. She doesn't sound like somebody from the Mississippi Delta in her old music. Let me just put that there. But also, when you look at what Kirby has been doing, Kirby has been going around, people were saying stuff about Nabisco. She comes in and just drops something on Twitter talking about you need to be kind to all people because you never know who will help you. Like this Nabisco man who helped me get all my contracts corrected in A, B, and C. And then Kirby turned right on around the time of Juneteenth. She went out there in the red, black, and the green, and she decided to put up a whole video talking about why she didn't go with the goddamn original colors of Juneteenth, even though she broke down what everything on that Juneteenth flag actually meant. She turned around and said, well, I decided to go with the red, black, and green because it represents all black people. So when you're looking at a lot of these folks, they really do not want power. They want proximity. And those two P's are nowhere involved with each other. Proximity will not get you power. And power, even though people would think it'll get you proximity, that won't even get you proximity. Power will get you proximity if you have the funds to fund the power. What is power without money? It's nothing. So you could say, hey, I own this goddamn restaurant. If you're not bringing in any funds to that restaurant, how can you sustain that restaurant? And how can you purchase a whole nother restaurant in order to expand without money? That's the difference. And a lot of people, they concentrate on the proximity rather than the reparative situations that will get us the power necessary to be able to span that out directionally. No matter which direction it is, we can expand that in every direction if we have the money, the power. And I know all the FBAs know the saying, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the Don't be no dummy. But with that, I'll add.
Money, power, respect all day. Let me say this as well. When you start talking about these individuals out here who are afraid, remember Dr. Claude Anderson, he told us this back in the 1990s, might have been early 2000s. And he said, these people are as afraid now as they were during slavery. So this is why you see things like the NAACP. As a matter of fact, y'all already know how I feel about the NAACP. Fuck them. And I see you, NAACP. We still got you. Your days is numbered. Shout out to Donald Trump. Let me tell you this, though. Everybody right now is having this whole thing about that Winston Sears lady and how the NAACP ended up going with the white Democrat. And then you have the tether. This is exactly why Black Americans sat on the couch. And this is exactly why our political plans and agendas come from inside our house and nowhere else. That right there is a prime example of the political atmosphere in America and why we said, damn that, we delineate from politics as well. We know how to play the game when the game is to be played, but no matter how we play it, it's going to be our way, not their way. This is the time frame now. What we say goes. No one's giving us any ideas or thoughts. We don't have blind loyalty to nobody. We doing what we want to do, how we want to do it, whether they like it or not. But if you look at that situation, the NAACP goes with what? The white Democrats. That's one half of the spectrum. And then the Republicans got a tether who said Black Americans need to work harder and stop complaining. So what you're dealing with here is the Democratic Shield organization, the NAACP, siding with a Mayo woman because they love Mayos and they love the Democrats. And then you see a tether on the Republican side coming over here, regurgitating all of the white supremacist talking points that she admired and adored back in her homeland. There's not one Black American in that whole scenario who's about any damn thing. The whole Republican side is a tether, and a lot of them NAACP folks are tethers as well. And then you got the docs, the domestic off-brand coons. So you got to add them because, I'm going to say this now. We're not letting the domestic coons off the hook because a lot of folks be doing that, focus on tethers. No, they both going to get the smoke. They both going to get the smoke. But that's why we stay out of the political world unless we are the ones being the dictators opposed to people who are sitting back being the ones waiting on everything to be handed to us. We going out and we taking it. And then we go back and sit down on the couch. That's just simply how we playing the game. So everybody's shocked and they having these debates about that whole NAACP thing situation. Black Americans, we don't care about none of that because we could have told you before. That's exactly what would have happened. They out there saying the NAACP sided with a white woman. Yeah. And then other people saying, well, the other woman's not a Black American. No, duh. This is what we're talking about, fam. That's the difference between it. So to tie all of that into what we're saying, the reason why these individuals are always out here and they want to be accepted because either they want to be accepted by a political party of the dominant society, or they want to be accepted by a community of the dominant society. They want to be accepted into a neighborhood of the dominant society, to get a job next to people from the dominant society, to be colonized by somebody from the dominant society. Any way they can be next to white people, they will jump for joy. Because like we always tell people all the time, they have a colonized mind and that goes with them everywhere they're at. And immigration and migration is not about seeking refuge in a better place. It's about seeking proximity to white people. Let me say what it is, fam. And I mean this. And ain't nobody ever said it like this because ain't nobody like Black Alpha. I'm going to say it. Don't be buying all that stuff about they want to come here to seek refuge. Half of them folks say they running from a homeland that America destabilized. So you run into the belly of the beast to get away from the beast. The person stole your car and you run to his house to hide from him. This is what you're doing. No, immigration is all about proximity. And I mean, every one of them, all these people, I don't care where they're from. Everybody wants to be here and they want to be next to white Americans. This is why they got a problem with us. I'm going to get straight to the meat and potatoes. OK, we're going to get to the fiber. Everybody wants to come to America because they all sit back in their homelands. That can be in Africa. It could be in the Caribbean. They watch white Americans and they love white Americans. So they want to come over here and live next to white Americans. And then they see us, well, we live by white Americans and we don't give a fuck. And they get insulted by that because the proximity we have to whiteness, they wish they had it. And they don't like the fact that even with proximity to whiteness, they ain't coming to the barbecue. And we walk around them and we run this thing. So the animosity is a perfect combination and a perfect storm. These people want to be next to white people. And I'm talking about all the people of color, all of them. It don't matter. They come here to America and they want black Americans to not be here anymore because, you know, if we weren't here, then they would be one step closer to Mayo and Miracle Whip. I'm going to send it to church and then we'll get to Gerard.
My brother, you absolutely right. Like I said, it's all about proximity for many of these people. And really, they don't care whether it's Miracle Whip. Hell, if it's just raw eggs in a bowl, just chopped up, you know, getting ready to be made into mayo. They want to be closest to the ingredients as possible. And the fact of the matter is, it's not really going to change anything because those folks, when they get around you, what do? They create their own enclaves. That's why you can't get proximity to them because they're in your homeland creating their own enclaves that you're kept out of. And that's a lot of them folks. But when we're talking about the domestic folks, oh, that is another sickness to be had because they want that proximity in the very same way that the freaking tethers want the proximity. But the difference is they're willing to sell us out as people who belong to us in order to get that. And that's what the major situation is.
I got my brother Rose City in the building, and then I'm going to get to some of the new speakers.
Real quick, Alpha, I want to ask you a question. Before we get to Rose City, it'll be real quick. Do you think Nat Turner would have said something like that? You're being too nice to the Nabisco.
I believe Nat Turner would have found who said that. And let's just say what Harriet Tubman used to do to people who said that would have went down. You feel me, brother?
Absolutely. And that's the point right there. Don't be taking on names when you are a weak-spirited person. We are full of giants in our lineage. We stand on the shoulder of giants. There is no reason to be a shrink-type person. Do not ever allow a person to make you feel like you should be talking like that type of person. You should be speaking like the people who spoke up for you. Because we stand on the shoulder of those giants, that makes you a giant. You can't be no goddamn little gnome on the shoulder of a giant. You can't be a fly on an elephant thinking that you're as big as an elephant. No, you are the elephant itself. You need to be standing on that business like you should be standing on the fact that you're supporting and representing your ancestors. Nothing should be changed around if you are not on that business. You should just keep everything the same. If you want Nabiscos to be treated nicely, don't change your name to Nat Turner anything. Don't call yourself Harriet Tubman, nothing. You are not any of those people. You're not any of our ancestors if you want to shrink yourself to make a Nabisco feel better. But let's get over to our brother, Rose City, in the building. Much love to you, family.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, my brother.
Already. Check it out, man. I appreciate y'all. I swear y'all keep me getting off work, man. Y'all hold me down while I'm at the gig.
Like, they need to speed this up. Like, I got...
Whoa.
Man,
whoa.
Wait a second.
Hold up. Hold up, my brother.
Black Alpha, just so you know who that was the Timu version of Mona Leo.
Okay.
Down there, head Barbie or something.
Okay.
Head Barb in chart.
Okay, so that was Timo Leo. Okay.
Yeah.
Timo Leo. Okay. Ro, I love you, dog. Give me 1 second, Ro. Give me 1 second. One second, brother Ro.
Okay, so
no, ain't no okay,
you sound like
ain't no okay so. Ain't no okay so. Chill out. And what's your point? Why are you coming in here? And who are you trying to defend? And what do you believe gives you the authority to interrupt my brothers and sisters when they talk? And that's the question I asked to you.
Hi, I'm just, coming in.
I didn't mute you. That's the double mute.
Get to the point, you goddamn throat, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I know she didn't come in talking all soft-spoken when she just came in here very vulgar.
Oh, weird as Nicki Minaj, Barb fan coming up here doing...
Hold on. You see what happens when she see that type of energy ain't the same. It went from, hold on, now, wait, okay, please. Okay, now go ahead, last Barbie in charge. Go ahead.
Thanks, forget.
Lame.
Watch your mouth.
Lame. That was lame as hell.
You need to watch your mouth.
Hold on. Chill out. One at a time. That was lame. That shit ain't
So
getting nowhere.
why do I keep getting, so it's so many of y'all, I could take all of you bum ass.
Man, you can barely
you could
speak
take
English.
a lot of everybody. You could take 6 or 7 people at one time. I'm pretty sure, but that is not the situation here.
Yeah, fam, she didn't even enunciate, family.
Dialogue.
She didn't even enunciate. She barely got that out. She was struggling to get that everybody out, wasn't she? Yeah, I go Elwood, why do we need the Bataba he? You couldn't even get everybody out. You can't handle no Black American regulators. You can barely speak English. Okay. And a nice wig. What you get, a bowl of soup with that? Where'd you get that from? She done went to the costume section in between Freddy Krueger's glove and Michael Myers' mask and got that wig. She thought she was going to hit. Don't come in this space with no damn wig like that. And you got the top roaster in the game. You done gave me all the ammunition, homegirl, and you can't speak. So that wig on top of you not being able to speak, on top of them 6 or 7 guys that you got on top of you, that ain't a good start, homegirl. Okay. So Timu and Lisa, go ahead and talk.
My brother said you got a bowl of soup with that wig. Damn it.
Hey,
damn it.
He wasn't even warm.
She got a cold bowl of soup. She got some porridge. She said, please, son, can I have a little more?
Get out of the white folk house. Now, come on. Go ahead. Now, what's your little thing? What you a fan or something? Like, what you about? What you hitting for? You a Mona Lisa fan? Is that what it is? Does the title of this upset you?
And y'all granny dead and I look better.
No, you don't. You don't look better than the bottom of my Nikes. Okay. I'm sorry.
Let's cam up. Let's go live right now on Instagram.
No, I'm not going to live. I want you to notice how you want me to go somewhere. Okay. I just want you to be quiet. It's a simple request. Okay. My Nikes is whooping yours. You don't look as good as the bottom of these shoes. And I stepped on some gum today. Okay. I couldn't even get it off. Y'all know when you step on gum and you be rubbing it against the concrete to get it off. That shit can get more dates than this woman.
She wants you to go live, but we just want her to go away. So, yeah.
Hey, fam. And so did her last boyfriend. And the one before that. And the one before that. Probably mommy daddy wanted her to go away as well. She's a child of the system. Okay, that's why she got that cheap wig, okay? That's a nice wig, too. It look like the carpet I'm stepping on. Goddamn, she done got a dirty rig from the Korean shop. I'm going to take you. I don't know what your wig to either look at it or take it outside and get it with a broom to get the dust off it, okay? That's a cheap rug you got on the top of your head. Hell, you hiding your hair like, where you from? Where your people from? You ain't no Black American, are you? You ain't no Black. You got one of them Nigerian wigs. Where you from, homegirl?
I think she a dude.
Is that a dude? Is this?
Dude looks like a lady.
Hey, lift up her neck. Lift up her neck.
And
is this Marcus?
Is this still Marcus? Look better than all of y'all.
No, you don't. We'd already cleared that up. Let me tell you something. I got me a girl pit bull right now, and I guarantee this girl pit bull can take your man. And you might be a man, so who knows? Okay, you ain't pulling nothing. All right, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't pulling nothing. You need to pull some money out your account if you got some and get a better wig. All right, that should look wide and all offside. Now, what are you talking about? I gotta speak slow to you. And where are your people from? Because you ain't no Black American, are you?
I am Black.
So I ain't asking if you Black. I said, are you a Black American?
I'm a Black American. And stop muting me, babe, before I get the fuck out of here.
Ain't nobody give a damn if you go.
Hold on, let me be very clear. Do not disrespect the panel, because by doing that, trust me, I will get you out of here faster than your parents probably got you out of your house. Okay? Now, my brother Alpha, go ahead. It's back on you.
Thank you. I think I'm asking the wrong question as individuals. Notice I said, are you a Black American? They said, I'm asking right now, are you a tether, Kenny? Are you a trans tether? Because that's what I'm starting to believe. Are you a man or a woman?
Still little fat boy.
And your dick is still little fat boy. Okay. Well, I know my dick's bigger than yours. I know that goddamn much. Okay. Cause I'm looking in and I think you do got a dick. Cause ain't no way in hell you got anything other than. All right. And if that's the only answer you got, then I can see you trying to go ahead and compensate for something that you lacking. So you still ain't answering the question. Fam, this is Franny Tether. This a damn Franny Tether. This Mr. Mutombo in drag. Fam, it used to be Mrs. Joloff who had them damn wigs. Fam, this ain't nothing but a man tether dressed up as a woman. Fam, these individuals have got so sickening and so disgusting that they are out here trying to push tether tranny rights. She wants to be transcontinental and transgender. All right. And still ain't going nowhere. Still ain't got no damn trans money. Yeah, you better go ahead and drop You better drop the same way that you drop when you piping off another man. You better take your ass to the red light district and get the hell up out of here with that dust ass wig you got on top of your fucking head. Look like people done took turns pissing on that shit. Get your punk ass off my damn stage, Jerome. If Jerome don't take his ass home and get the hell up out of here, you ain't no damn woman. Let me tell you that today. You ain't no woman. Your Adam's apple is about 5 foot long. That's hanging off your shoulder blades. If you don't get the hell out of here, you big wide back ass tether. Watch who the hell you talking to. What up, bro?
She has she has a post that says literally, she don't like me. Can you blame her? That's
that's a damn tether penny.
That's what tether pennies do. You're so concerned about other women not liking you. Why aren't you concerned about men? Because it's like, what's going on here?
Hey, church, is that Conscious Hero? That's Conscious Hero.
Conscious Hero the third. He comes from a long line of heroes.
A long line of heroes, and all that is from Africa. Get the hell out of here, fam. What the fuck is going on tonight, fam? Have we had tethers pop in here from the UK? We got Team Mona Lisa. We got Hero, tether transsexuals. What the hell are we talking about in the United States? All I want to do is just delineate. Delineation shouldn't set people off like this, fam. They didn't send out the tether community. Like I said, he got a wig that looked like people done took turns pissing on it. Okay? She done pulled that straight out of cheetah's ass.
He calls himself Transaleo. That's
Transaleo. You got Transaleo. If you don't get your ass out of here, go live. Trying to bait us to go live. They want us to go live. Like what we about to say, like, all right, we're gonna end this space and go live with this big old punk. You a punk with an O. Y'all know what that means. Big old punk. Get your ass up off this stage. Better get the hell up out of here, family. This one talk about. And by the way, how many of y'all was tapped into my broadcast and I posted the tweets and reposted it? Did y'all see Mona Leo was pushing trans rights? But we got tweets all about it, pushing all types of trans rights. And then here comes a tether train. Fam, the dots connect themselves. I don't even know why you're taking long. It's easy. You can look. All these people done showed up and told us who sent them. This is what I'm talking about, fam. For everybody out there saying, man, we just leave them alone. I ain't got to leave them alone. No, they out there admitting it. They like, yeah, I got sent by this group and that group. I done got sent by that. And what's the denominator? They all get their SSG checked and wrecked by us and sent the hell up out of here. Okay.
Alpha, we had the African come on through with the lies. We had the goddamn Nabisco come on through with the lies. Not just the lies, but the caping for Caribbean islands and African tethers. And then we get Leo in here to sit here and do the same damn thing. If this does not show you that we are undefeated, I don't know what will. I just don't. I just don't. Alpha, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just have to say that. We had all three of them slide up in here and they all got roasted at 350 degrees for a few hours. Now they're all super tender, and you got one who's a Nabisco who's super tender, and then you got another who's also on all four knees. And yeah, I said all four knees. She got those two elbows. She got those count as knees today because she acted like a straight wombat walrus. And she's over there taking on multiple dudes at one time. You heard what she said when she got in here. I'll take on all of you at one time because she is used to doing that. Alpha, please take it back. I just can't deal with these people.
I'm sorry, I'm still feeling on the Leo. God damn, family. These motherfuckers out here crazy in the streets. Fam, let's get back to regular scheduled programming. Let me send this to my brother Ro City, family. Let me send it to my brother Ro. It's all on you, fam.
All right, am I back?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got rid of BS Giselle in this month. We done got that fussed up out of here, right? So let's back to the topic. I was thinking about, I got two questions for y'all, and because Church in here, I would prefer Church to answer this one because he's probably the more intellectual decipherer other than me and Alpha and the rest of us in here. And my question is, Church, can you just give me what you think the perspective of a tether, the word xenophobe mean to them? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no worries, family. The Tether don't understand what xenophobe means at all. Really, anybody that uses anything with a phobia at the end of it and they target it towards us, they don't know what the hell that means. You know, any type of phobia means we're afraid or non-tolerant. We're neither of those things.
Okay.
We're people who call out other people due to their xenophobia. They're non-tolerant of us calling ourselves what we desire to call ourselves. That's a whole dang line of freedom right there. If you really look at it, self-determination. They're against our self-determination. And then you have a lot of people who will sit there on TikTok and on X and anywhere else that will sit there and try to shame us into accepting people into our fold when we're saying, hey, we have no problems with any of you guys. You guys do y'all. We're going to do us. We're concentrating on our lineage. They try to make that a phobia. It is not a phobia by definition. In the very same way that when you talk about ish or people who are ish-like, ish is a definition. It means to be like. In the very same way, phobia is a definition. It means to be intolerant or afraid, severely afraid. So when you talk about arachnophobia, you look at people who are arachnophobic, they start running up the walls when they see a spider. That's not us. We don't run from nothing. We're the only people that don't run from anything. We don't flee from anything. We are people who call out everyone who comes to us being non-tolerant of what we're saying about who we are. We're not telling them who the hell they are. I'm not going to a Nigerian and telling them that they're Ghanaian. I'm not going to a Ghanaian and telling them that they're goddamn Malian. I'm not going to a Malian and telling them that they're everything else in Africa except for Malian. That would be disrespectful. So the true phobics are those people.
See, the reason I asked that is because, you know, they love saying that we xenophobic towards them, but they bring their ass over here and play us. You know what I'm saying? They love coming over here to be Black Americans, and it seems like they're scared to be their own damn self. So if anybody xenophobic, it should be the tethers. The ones that like pointing the finger at us saying we scared of them. You scared to wear your own garb. You scared to wear your own, speak your own language. You scared to look like your own goddamn self instead of coming over here trying to look like us. And I'm going to ask y'all this because all of us in here, some of y'all from the South, some of y'all not from the South, but y'all been in the South, and I ain't never not. I don't do that border war shit with over here. You dig what I'm saying? All of us, we family. Everybody in this nation that grew up, we got cousins I got cousins in Connecticut, New Jersey, California, Seattle, goddamn it, Texas, Florida, Atlanta, and Valdosta. I got family all over this son. You dig what I'm saying? I got family in Arkansas. You wouldn't never believe that. That's all Black family. Anyway, but the point is, all of us know if you get sugar smacks, all of us done had sugar smacks before. We like sugar smacks, right? Everybody in here done had some sugar smacks, right? What you do when you get them sugar smacks out that cabinet, even if you just leave a little crack in that box, what go in that box? Them little goddamn roaches that look just like sugar smacks. See, we the damn sugar smacks. Everybody love us. We sweet. Everybody know it's sweet over here. It tastes good. It's sweet. Everybody want some sugar smacks. But you throw them goddamn tether roaches ass mothers up in the box with us, and what happened? You can't find them until you open the box up and pour all the cereal out and start pointing out which ones is roaches. That's what these summers are. The tethers ain't nothing but some sugar smack tethers. That's what I'm start calling them, some sugar smack ass tethers. I ain't gonna even say tethers. I'm just gonna call them sugar smacks already. So let me finish up what I was trying to say. I'm gonna try to make it real quick because I was on that topic of them. You know, I said that for a reason because that's what I look at, them sugar smacks. All these sugar smacks think they want to be down and they trying to get down with us. They want to be like us. And I want y'all to understand something. This what is her name? Mona Leo or Musty Lio. That's more like Musty Lio. Tether. You dig what I'm saying? She a sugar smack too. What they do, if y'all think about this, I want y'all to think about what her producer name is. Uncle Toby, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Every time they throw an uncle in front of us, them sons is trying to make us go on their side. Uncle Luke, Uncle Steve, Uncle Roro, Uncle, what's that boy name? This dude right here, they just named him, Uncle Toby. All these uncles, when you hit Uncle Shay, when they throw Uncle in front of that shit, immediately put them on the side, dog. Just, hey, watch them. Cause and I'm the type of cat, if I see a trend going and I see somebody loving it and the whole world loving it, remember what Malcolm X said, if you throw somebody in front of that camera, you need to watch them. Cause they paying them. You dig what I'm saying? So,
hey, bro,
yo,
when you say all the people with uncles in their name, that just connected another dot. See, that's the thing about foundational Black Americans. We put up dots and we get to connect them together. You get what I'm saying? My brother just spoke about all the uncles and all this other stuff, but you have to also understand this. All of these people, they're going off of energy, and it's that Uncle Ruckus energy. So yeah, I feel you 100-fold when you said that, because it just snapped me right into that thought process. It's like, yeah, all of these people who got uncle in front of their names, they're all acting like some sort of Uncle Ruckus, even down to this Uncle Toby person who isn't even a foundational Black American. Right. So shout out to you for even mentioning that, family.
All of them, they throwing them up in here in front of us, and they either they flip flop with us, or they trying to get us to persuade us to go some route. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't real cool with that. I don't appreciate them doing that. The tethers, on the other hand, if y'all just, and we ain't gonna even talk about chip and dip. Or Juicy Jackpaw. You dig what I'm saying? Cause they was in here too, and I ain't even want to go into the route with them cats, cause they up there talking about, may I have some more porridge, please? They don't get up out of here with that. You dig what I'm saying? I heard them and I wanted to get on them at first, but then BS Giselle had to come in here and try to cut me off, and that messed everything up for me. So I'm just gonna go with this here and just stay on topic. That Mona Leo chick, they brought her out there and they pushed her in front of us like they always do to try to get us out, sway us. We got to start watching these people that they throw out, and everybody start jumping on their bandwagon immediately, because that's been a big problem with our community. We show people love. We so loving. You know what I'm saying? We got this love in our heart to try to make sure we got the right people in front of us. But the thing is, you can't just go out there and just grab the first thing you see, because the minute you grab it, could be a snake, it could be a cactus, it could be something like that that's gonna poke you in the hand and fuck you up eventually. Excuse my French. But if we don't pay attention to what they got going on, man, I'm telling you, I might as well go and say it. I'm an old head now. You did, but I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, and Roland Martin was one of them when I was growing up, because I ain't had nothing else on the radio to listen to. That's was on Tom Joyner, and everybody like, oh, he own it. Him and Tavis Smiley. Oh, he own it. They own it. Then you get in your 20s, your 30s, and then you up in your 40s almost, and then you sitting there, you thinking, man, none of these cats did for us but get on the radio and talk. And I remember when Cube talked to Roland Martin, and Roland Martin was talking about Ice Cube is against us and all this. But then Cube asked him, so what do you do? He said, well, I talked to the president. He said, so what you was there for? He said, well, I was talking to the president. I was asking him about, and I'm sitting there the whole time. You ain't said one damn thing about asking for nothing for black people. You asking them about some bullshit, and the black people is telling you on TV and your tweets and all of this that what we need and what we want, and you up here asking about some bullshit, about questions about some damn mediocre shit. Bro, your community needs this. And that's when I found out Roland Martin wasn't about that life, especially when he did that with Jared Taylor, and your boy fronted him out. But we're gonna go on another topic. I'm gone, man. I appreciate y'all. I just got off work. I was headed to the gym, but I said, man, I'm going to cut the gym short. I'll get in there tomorrow because I need to hear this and I need to talk to y'all. So appreciate y'all, man. Do your thing, Alpha. Hey, ain't nothing but love over here, church, and everybody else up in here. Oh, and RIP to my brother, Black Voltron, because I ain't get to say nothing about that, man, and that hurt my heart, man. It hurt my heart to hear about my brother. So y'all be good, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Certified salute, brother. Certified salute all damn day. It's my brother, Ro. Everybody follow my brother. Everybody right now. I got another uncle for y'all. Remember when it was Uncle Joe Biden? Y'all remember that, Uncle Joe? When they were saying that he marched with black folks, kind of like what that male dude said earlier. We marched with black folks. Everybody seen the march with us, but we ain't got no pictures of them doing it. Uncle all damn day long, fam. But remember, they have to use these terms that are endearing to us, because that's what they use to get us to drop our guard, but it just ain't working. See, we got a difference of vibe nowadays. Now we looking at people saying endearing things to us. We look at that as insulting. We look at that as foul play. Back in the old days, black folks would just hear you say something nice to them and it made them feel all happy and dappy and they be bouncing around, right? Now, when somebody says we all black brother, I look at that as insulting because you ain't my brother. And if anybody gonna call me brother, it's gonna be my brother. It ain't gonna be you. It's gonna be my brother Church. It's gonna be Ro. All right. It's gonna be my brother Twizzle, my brother EJ, Eastside. We gonna be in here. B1 business. We gonna stand on that. Somebody call me brother. You better be my brother. If not, we gonna have problems. And it's the same exact way with somebody coming around and say they family. Fam, what would y'all do right now if some random ass tether walked up to you and said, you they mama, you they daddy, you they cousin, you they niece or nephew? I'm gonna look at that as disrespectful to my real family. And do you see the chain of events that occur when you start to have lineage-based pride? When you got lineage-based pride, people saying they are part of your lineage ain't cool. You come around my house, you knock on my door claiming to be a family member and you ain't one, you bound to get roughed up. It ain't gonna be too sweet because I got some riders and some certifieds and they're gonna want to know what you're talking about. And you better have the correct answers. This is the beauty of standing on business and being prideful of who you are. All that endearing shit don't work. All them sweet nothings like my brother Church be saying, that don't work. All of those nice little compliments, that ain't moving us. We looking at it with a different energy. So it's really backfiring on them. They look more like an op when they think that that makes them look more like a friend. And that's the difference of position that we done put these individuals in this era and this time frame. You better come with it and you better respect it because you know off rip, you can't check it. But let me get to the hands. I'm gonna send it to Church and then I want to send it to who else we got up in here? Let's see. I want to get some of the new speakers, B1 business, then we'll slide through after that. But go ahead, Church, and let's spin the new hands. I want to get some new people up here because a lot of people got a different opinion and I love cooking with the family. So go ahead.
Family, we could just go ahead and get to the hands because I know we have a lot of hands up here and I don't know how much time that you have, my brother. So we can just go ahead and get to the hands and then I'll touch on it on the back end.
All right, let me send it to my brother EJ and then to B1 business.
You know, Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks, he was a straight Sambo. Uncle Luke got teeth in his mouth. His teeth move around like piano keys, like when you're doing a 1970s instrumental to a classic disco track. You know how when, you know, I forgot what the track is because I collect the vinyl records. Think of like something of like the Glow of Love for my late great brother Luther Vandross because they had a piano instrumental. They had piano instrumentals in it too. So you got to think of gap-toothed individuals like that come amongst our people and just try to be one of these democratic shields. So, excuse me, that really threw me off when this individual, this transformer, I ain't know if he was a Decepticon or I ain't know if he was a Decepticon or an Autobot or a Decepticon.
He was definitely a Decepticon. He was a transformer for sure. So we're going to go with Decepticon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Decepticon because you know they change and switch places all over the way. You don't know if they're gonna be somewhere, you know, trying to suck off one of the deacons at a church, or they could just be somewhere else in a strip club, you know, messing up their divestment with, getting loose change thrown on them. But you know, when individuals like that come into our spaces, you just gotta regulate them and get them out of the way. But you know, with that being said, this whole Monaleo, you know, salon situation. For the person who came up with that term, if you're going to have this individual associating yourself with that term, you need to go and throw this lady in the trash, especially that loose lip tail. You need to, you know, drop a dime on his ass like Rico off of Belly and send his ass back home to his homeland. You know, make sure that ICE can kick in his door and just drag his ass out like the piece of garbage that he is. Because if you're going to be talking all this anti-foundational Black American rhetoric on your page, then you could just unlock your page. If we could just get our UFC on, it just start throwing hands verbally. But with that being said, stuff like that with these terrorists and these individuals that come amongst us in our spaces, don't give them no energy. Just get them out of the way and just roast them and just let them go on about their business because they got to come into our spaces and talk stupid and try to put their rhetoric amongst us to make themselves feel better. Because we know deep down in their hearts. And deep down, every time they look in the mirror, the glass is shattered just because their hairlines be fucked up. And it looks like the same route that they have to take for their Uber runs each and every day. You know, with that being said, thank you for letting me speak, brother, and I'll see y'all later.
Shout out to my brother EJ. Y'all know it ain't a space without my brother EJ. TikTok ain't ready for EJ. Nah. TikTok, boy, they'll just close the whole app. You know how they're talking about getting rid of that?
I can't do it, brother. They'll give me a lifetime ban like on one of these tethers at a damn church. Just digging in the collection plate trying to pay for a chicken. That shit you handle me.
Everybody who heard the rhetoric that I actually preach, they fight against it. So with EJ, there's no filter. With me, there was a filter. I would even filter the way that I speak on TikTok to make sure with EJ, my brother, you go over there, I guarantee you they're closing for hours. They are not having it.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't even talking about getting taken down. They going to stop all the TikTok. Y'all know how they was shutting down TikTok about a year ago and Donald Trump said he's going to bring it back? They ain't going to be no more TikTok if EJ go over there. They can't have no over there swinging bamboo sticks and connecting. And just to let y'all know, my brother EJ bamboo stickers go across all platforms, okay? So you can get it if you want it. Checkmate. Let me say this as well, man, because I just realized what happened was, fam, I posted the receipts. By the way, I was the first one to have the receipts, fam, of Mona Leo talking about trans rights and all this other type of shit. I posted all that on my show on Tuesday. However, those tweets that I just put out today and exposed them had a lot of the Rainbow Committee mad at me. And that's how you just seen the Leo came in the spot. And by the way, fam, that is not Nicki Minaj, because I seen on he page, he got a bunch of Nicki Minaj. That mother Ricky Minaj. That mother is not Glorilla. That is Joe Rilla. No way, shape, or form, fam. That's a big grown ass man. This mother Adam's apple looked like a softball. This mother Adam's apple got a tethered hairline. That big as hell. Okay, so no, that's not Glorilla. That's Joe Rilla. That is not Sexy Red. That is Sylvester Fled. Okay, so let's get it right. That is Leo from Transylvania. That came in here thinking they was going to get off. Hell no, you better take your ass somewhere else. Nah, Ricky Minaj, we ain't on that type of time. Bounce. But I want y'all to see that when I posted that, they had a lot of people upset. So that individual seen my tweet and then seeing that we was on here live and then try to come in here. And that's why I guess they thought they was coming with smoke, but it was really just a joke. But that's the type of energy that we send these people. We get this up out of here because we let them know, fam, we got the final say so. We got all say so. And if it isn't foundational Black American, then it just doesn't exist. And if you certified all the time. Certified 100. Go ahead, church, and then I'm going to get to B1 business and let's keep the hands flowing. We go all through everybody, man. Come on. We outside.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to really ask you a question real quick, my brother Black Alpha, because we brought up the situation of all the people with the term uncle, who's being labeled uncle, and you brought up Uncle Joe. Family, that was a brilliant person to bring up because it was good old Uncle Joe that was running around here bragging about how his name was on every major crime bill. It was good old Uncle Joe that was running around here bragging on the fact that, you know, he had the black church folk in his pocket in order to implement things like 3 strikes. So it is amazing that you brought that up. And I just wanted to connect those dots because, yeah, another person that they gave the uncle title to was Joe. And you saw how they just put him on a freaking pedestal as if he did not create all of the issues with the popo that we've been having for over the past 20 to freaking 30 years, if not more than that. But back to you, my good brother. I just wanted to make sure I touched that base because that was a brilliant person to bring up in this situation because it shows all these people that say that, oh, their uncle, aunt, they were calling Kamala Harris auntie while she was sitting there putting out the most draconian laws against foundational Black Americans in California. Everybody was calling her auntie. So be very careful with those goddamn titles. Back to you, my brother Alpha.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. And everybody, remember, soon as we started talking about reparations is when you start to see everybody crash out. I look at foundational Black American history like this, fam. It's going to be post-reparations and pre-reparations. Look at everything prior to us getting reparations popping, and there was a certain behavior from the whole country. Now, if you look after we got reparations popping, now everybody has another behavior. And this behavior now is more desperate. It's more angry. They're all in our business. Fam, the previous generations didn't really have to do none of what we're doing right now because the previous generations was kind of going with the flow. We are changing everything. We upset the apple cart. So now everybody's upset. So the post reparations, when I say reparation, I mean when we got it popping in these streets, this is when you start to see mass immigration. This is when you start to see we's all Black, brother, come home to Africa. This is all all based on we getting to the money. And foundational Black Americans getting paid is a world's worst nightmare. That's why, fam, if you don't think that we got global ops, just think about these spaces and how everybody calls in globally. Listen to Tariq spaces. People call from every corner of the world, places they're not even at. My brother Church just told old buddy earlier, he said, why you care? You ain't even from here. You ain't even gonna be here. Word to the wise, y'all. 99.9% of Africans ain't ever gonna come to the United States of America. But 99.9% of Africans hate foundational Black Americans. You do the math and you put that together. Well, I send this to my brother B1 Business. It's all on you, fam.
What's going on, man? Peace to the chat. Black Alpha, you know, it's a great convo tonight. And man, y'all got the roasting on 10, man. These people can't even get a word in inchwise, you know, when they come with the bullshit. But you know, speaking on the topic, you know, I went and looked at her video, like, after I seen all the hoopla about what was going on. I was like, who is this Monticello Manello, however you say her name? So I went and looked at the video, and it was a bunch of stereotypes, you know, with the wig and the gold teeth and all that, which, you know, I ain't knocking that. That's how it is in the hood. You know, we got all levels, you know, we got a little ratchet, we got intellectuals, you know, we got athletes, we got everything in the FBA culture, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't just knocking it like that. But when I saw Conscious Lee in there, I was like, oh man, they got this in the video. You know, so I was like, you know, I'm still gonna give it a couple little passes, you know what I'm saying? Cause she hollering the salon, which I just got turned on to the salon also, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of new on that term, you know. But when I heard Tariq have a little sit down with the dude who created the term, you know, I was like, okay, so we gonna rock with it. I said, well, you know, if Tariq stamp it, then, you know, we gonna go with it. It's gonna be FBA. That's how we rock. You know, we standing on the FBA business. You know, but then here come all these tweets and all this, and then she going on the Breakfast Club with weak ass Charlemagne. I don't know why everybody gives Charlemagne a goddamn pad. That dude is cool number one. But you know, they throwing all the softball questions, and she's not bigging up FBA at all. She's not standing on no type of reparation business or no, you know, anti-Black hate crime bills or nothing like that. Nothing that's tangible for us. You know, which, you know, making your music, everybody was trying to say, you know, she's an artist first, so give her past your art. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but you know, you putting it out there as you standing on Black American business and everybody else to the back, you know. But when it's time for you to, when they put the mic in her face, she's saying something totally different. So, you know, I don't got no business with canceling nobody if they're not on the FBA business, if they're not standing on FBA square with all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying, you name the people that you rocking with. And everybody on your panel, how you getting down? It's us first. It's us only. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else can step to the back in a real way, not just lip service. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the space. Peace to everybody in the chat, you know, and I'll land my plane right there.
Shout out to you, family. Certified salute all day. I love everything my brother just said. Black American only. That's what it is. See, when people say it's first is cool, but first means, you know, there's a 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You know what I'm saying? When you say only, that means we the only one. So when I say we the only one, like my brother just said, we the only ones out here. Everybody else handle their business. That's the thing. You ain't got to worry about our business if you was handling your own. And that's why these people are always out there worrying about foundational Black Americans. Yeah, we're going to talk about your failed homeland, because your failed homeland is the reason why you talking about my homeland. Because if your stuff was good, you wouldn't even see mine. Family, when you out here and you taking care of your house and you paying all your bills, do you drive down the street and look what the neighbors are doing? Do you insert yourself in their light bill when you just paid yours? Do you insert yourself in their car note when your car is taken care of? No. The only person who worried about somebody else's car note is somebody who can't pay their car note. The only person worried about somebody else's light bill is somebody who ain't got their own light bill in order. So that's why these folks are so worried about us, because they ain't got their homelands in order. To be honest with you, America should be the least of your damn problems. I mean, when you come over here to the United States of America, you done got a plethora of money for free. What you still mad for? And then half of y'all never gonna come over here in the first damn place. America's a pipe dream, y'all. They right now, as we speak right here, fam, it is 12:32. These folks are on the other side of the planet looking up at the sky, wishing that they can come over here to America one day, and they ain't never gonna come over here to America. But they gonna always hate on foundational Black Americans because we occupy the spot that they ain't got. And they know that. So this is why they come over here talking about something. Well, I didn't know I was Black. I didn't know about slavery. Ain't it funny, fam? They say they ain't know about Blackness, but you know about whiteness, though. Yeah, because every colonizer who ever came over here, you done seen us as foundational Black Americans sending us back home. But every colonizer who went over there, y'all done rolled out the red carpet. So it seems to be that you really only see what you want to see. And it's always slanted towards Mayo. And you're going to have to stay exactly where you are. You cannot come to the United States of America. And when you do, you're just going to have to bow down. But anybody who wants to speak, go ahead and put your hand up, then we'll get to you. But go ahead, Twizzle. Shout out to the West Coast.
What's up, y'all? Yes, indeed. You say it's 12. It's 9 something out here, and I'm yawning like it's 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? But shout out to the family in the room. Shout out to you, Black Alpha. Shout out to Church. You know what I'm saying? Spitting that game because, hey, he's spitting that pimp talk. So when he talk, it's church. You understand me? Be laying the Mac hand down. Shout out to the room, man. You know, I see we got our Queen Black Native and a few of them up in here. Shout out to y'all. But we've been speaking on this Mona Lisa thing for a while. And at first, I was on the pole position to where I was not knocking her for the simple fact I felt like she was being a pawn being used. When you look at her manager and her promoter, they all tell us. I was kind of on an aspect to where she was game goofy and she was just on an aspect to where she doing what she got to do to further her career like a lot of these artists do when they sell out. So that's what I was on. But you guys have a lot more receipts on her where she's saying this and she's saying that. So I feel like this, mommy, you stepped in it, so you got to stand in it. You know what I mean? And like I said before, she really needs to educate herself before she have the audacity on speaking on things, because she spoke on so long, but she speak on Black Americans, she speak on the heritage, and she speak on history. And to me, when I saw the video, I just thought it was a Nicki Minaj or Gorilla video because she was in there twerking and shit like that. I'm like, if this a family thing, why are you in there twerking? You know, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I mean? And like they say, image is everything. When you on some pro-Black and you twerking, you're setting the image and the precedent. That's all Black women do is twerking. That's what we gonna be doing at a barbecue is twerking, busting it, and acting fucking ratchet. You know what I mean? As they say, it ain't what we do, is how we do it. And I didn't knock her. I got a phone call. I kind of wish she could have did a little better, but like y'all said, man, she been on some, like, man, hey, she gotta stand on it. Bring it, man. I'm gonna come right back, man.
Just real quick, my family, I appreciate you always, Twizzle, my great West Coast brother. You know, we do what we
do. Some breeze whistle, you understand me? It's pretty Tony Snow, straight up out the West Side up. So if you don't know, now you know. I'll be right back.
Now, I also want to touch on this situation because my brother made a very important point when he said, when you step in it, you got to stand in it. This is what we have not been allowing people to actually have to deal with, the repercussions of their actions. We need to make sure that all of these people, once they step in that, make sure they stand in that. We're not going to allow you to keep on doing the same thing over and over, trying to confuse us as if we didn't know what the hell you meant, what the hell you said. And then we sat here and told you what the hell was the problem. And then you want to sit here and stand 10 toes down against it. You doubled down. So you stood on it. Nobody should be surprised that people within our community is saying, hell no. Okay, cool. You wanted to step in it. You chose to stand in it. You were going to have to stand there either way. Now you're going to have to deal with it. That's the thing. You can talk about it. You can be about it. If you're really about it, you don't have no problem being about it. These folks are being pushed out to talk about it. But when we sit here and let them know, hey, this is what it actually is, and they sit here and turn their middle finger up at us, okay, go be about it. And you're going to have to be about it without us being behind you, pushing you forward, number one, holding you up, number two, and protecting you, number three. You are not somebody that they're just going to look out for because you're Black. No, they're going to treat you like the very same Black person in the industry that already didn't had their resources snatched, their publishing, their goddamn contract is all out of whack. That's because of the fact that they don't give no S about you. In the very same way that Uncle Toby don't give a S about goddamn Mona Leo. Mona Leo is just a tool for Uncle Toby. Mona Leo is just a person that he can make money off of. He is the manager. And most people who've worked in the industry, and I have, most people who worked in the industry will tell you any artist that is signed, and they're signed 9 times out of the 10 through their manager is going to make more money than they will ever make. The reason why is because the contract that ends up being signed isn't directly an artist to a goddamn label. No, it usually goes from artist to manager, and then the manager tells the artist who and what to sign to. And then the manager comes back later on and take all that money, and the artist finds out about it later. This is how we have a lot of people within our system, within our folks, within foundational Black Americans. This is how you've had the music industry that produces nothing come to us and steal everything that we produce. Mona Leo, I was about to call her Mona Lisa. Mona Leo, she is in the same damn capacity. She's in the same area. She's being used to make money for somebody else who's not from this country, in the very same way that the dude, I forget his name, that purchased, or was actually he was a minimum purchase. He wasn't even like the top people in the investment group that purchased the company. He was the smallest person in the investment group, but I digress. The person who purchased the Essence Festival, who purchased the Essence magazine. This was literally all about getting in there. And if it wasn't for us calling these people out, I guarantee you nobody would have. But it's us calling them out that's stopping them from moving forward on any bounds, because of the fact we've seen this already. We know the gameplay. Don't let anybody don't let anybody allow you to think that we don't know the gameplay, that we haven't been here before. That was one of the major situations that brought about this FBA movement. After Obama, we was able to say, hey, we've been here before. We keep allowing this. We keep allowing people to come in and speak for us that's not a part of the lineage. We keep allowing people to come into politics, and we give them our vote without them definitively saying, hey, we're going to do A, B, and C for you. It is up to us to gatekeep this stuff. That needs to be said. We need to make sure that we keeping our eyes on the prize. And when your eyes is on the prize, nobody that come in that think that they can actually, just switch where the prize is going to go. Nobody's going to be able to come in and do that, because each and every one of us, no matter who it is, you find somebody who claims to be FBA, who's being off code, who is escorting these people in, then you can call us out. You can sit there and say, hey, church, why the hell did you bring in this goddamn African and gave him the leeway to sit here and speak to us the way that he speak to us? I thought you was down for us. Everybody's on the hook. Nobody is above reproach. We are keeping that to that. Period, point in black. Go ahead, my brother Alpha. Much love.
All day, all day. I want people to check this out too. Write this down. I want everybody to. When you start talking about this situation going on with these tethers and all these people, the reason why we're looking at her suspicious is how you got a manager talking that reckless about quote unquote your lineage, if you really are of the lineage, because a lot of stuff's getting scrubbed nowadays, fam, until you got definitive answers. You ain't got none. Hearsay ain't cutting it. But you letting somebody sit there and talk about Akatas left and right and how they love white women and you ain't check them? Or you're not aware of it? Because what people are going to say is, well, she wasn't aware of the tweets. Shouldn't she be aware of the type of energy from someone who would make those tweets? See, if you got to wait around for somebody to tweet it out to see it, that means that you ain't really got that detector popping off. Your alert system is janky. Or you just don't really give a damn. Because maybe you agree. Maybe you're of that same lineage as them. You got to be very, very cautious of all of these people, okay? I call them the LO. All right, the lineage ops. And there's a hell of a lot of these LOs out here, fam. And they out here trying to be these people who stop us from going in the direction in which we're going in, but they try to do it in all these slick ways. And then when you call them out on it, they get mad. So I'm looking at that stuff real funny style, the fact that you hanging out with these people.
If I came to you, you didn't know me from, I don't know, a crack in the sidewalk, right? But I came to you and I told you, damn, Brother Alpha, you be spitting like a mug. I can get you in front of a bunch of people who will put money behind this, but I need you to sign to a contract that makes sure that I'm exclusively given the rights in order to put you in front of these people. Would you just trust me, or would you do some background check to see who I am and what I've represented and what I've been speaking on, and whether or not it aligns with who you are, as not just as a person, but as an artist?
We're going to do the same background checks that we doing on lineage in that situation, fam. We're going way the hell back. I'm going to know what your report card said in the first grade. I'm going to know all that. Oh, fam, we out here on detective mode. Shout out to the family, because gatekeeping come with a hell of a lot of being a detective. And it's easy work. Oh, ain't no sleepless nights. All right, we ain't tossing and turning. Hell no. We going back in time. I'm going to find every single thing about that individual. I'm going to find out how you feel, what you feel. And I can simply just ask you, hey, how you feel about this? Now, it's funny that she understands so much about this guy to make him her manager, but you don't understand his position on Black Americans. When we called that out, family, remember, the family called out her manager before we seen these damn tweets, because we seen them flags in the background. And what we do, we said, I don't know. That's very, very suspicious. We gonna keep our eye on it. Lo and behold, the tweets come out, AKA we was correct. So you see how we were right in that scenario, and we're right in this scenario, and we're always right in all scenarios. If it looks like a tether, it's a tether, family. And these tether sympathizers and tether escorts, they're out here. Because remember, y'all, all of the people who are, we are the world, all lives matter, can't we all get along, Black folks? They didn't go away. They just went into hiding. And every so often they pop up and they start trying to shame us about delineation. They ain't went nowhere. They ain't went nowhere, family. They still here. They just pop out from time to time. And typically they trying to escort tethers into the community. All them folks that was saying they was Africans, Americans, all them folks was talking about the diaspora, all them folks talking about go back to Africa, fam, all they did was go into hiding because we made the block hot. There used to be a time where they could just walk around openly, all in the middle of the street. But since this FBA grassroots certified takeover occurred, they realized it wasn't too sweet to just stand outside. So they went and hid in the bushes. Ain't that funny, man? They hanging out with bushmeat, hiding in the bushes. And they're still trying to get foundational Black Americans to fall for that we are the world stuff. And when they pop out of hiding, we send their ass right back. Let me get to the new speakers. Little brother, you've been here for a minute. It's all on you.
Hey, brother, man, I'm just sitting here, man. You cooking today. You in church? We in church today. Let the congregation say all men. Man, brother. Y'all, brother, man. I'm from Chicago, so I have little timing with them. And this Monaleo chick, I'm actually learning it from y'all. I listen to the family. My pa and them in the kitchen cooking chicken. So I'm listening to that. I'm waiting on. I hear the grease popping. I hear the fries going. I hear the potatoes cooking and all of that. I don't go searching for new people. When the family bring it up, I might. But if to me, it's just something small and simple. Like, this person really ain't on nothing. And if she's foundational Black, somebody need to holler at her head. And I land the plane right there, brother.
Shout out, much respect, family, all damn day long. Man, y'all know we got a tether trying to come back up here, man. I was just trying to do my thing real quick, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm going to bring this tether up here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fall back for a minute and let the fam work, you know what I'm saying? So if any fam want to, come in, join in, just go ahead and come on up. But I got a tether that wants a round two or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I think, we should be those people and grant, some of these people what they want, Look, he's still crying. He's still crying.
First thing he did when he came into the room was be a crybaby little Mark. The first thing he did was be a crybaby Mark. I was going to exclude myself as well, my brother Alpha, because
let's get him.
I don't want to deal with the crybaby Mark, but
we'll fall back. We'll fall back a second. I think I'm looking at Roll. I see Twizzle in here. B1 Business. I know you stand on super business, bro. You feel me? Like, Who want to get this dude to smoke, man? Because, we can't be doing this all night. Church, we done roasted too many tethers tonight. I say let's go ahead and let's add. Look who we got in here, man. Let B1 Business real quick. That's my brother right here. B1 Business. Go ahead, family. Handle this guy.
Man, I know this.
Let me get it, please. Let me get it, please. Let me get it. Hold on.
Here's how we're going to do it. B1 Business, I'm about to send you an invite to co-host real quick. Accept this co-host real quick, family. Then I'm going to be able to mute these individuals that talk crazy, okay? So I'm going to send you a request. Let me know if you get it. You feel me? Okay, my brother is co-hosting. When you're done, I'm going to send the co-host to Ro and Twizzle, and we're going to go down the line. But it's all on you, family. Roast this dude.
I know this dirty sandal, musty meerkat ain't on the mic trying to talk shit. You don't come over here to the B1 FBA family trying to talk and roast over here, man. We tell the free over here, man. We sucker free over here. Get the on, man. Go back home. Get on your inner tube and get you some bush meat and float your on back on to where you came from, man. We over here handling the FBA business, man.
My jacket costs your monthly rent, broke.
Can I ask you a question? How about the meerkat that your mama went and chased? How much does that cost? I'm just wondering, because I'm trying to get a meerkat jacket, with a meerkat belt. You know what I'm saying? I need a little meerkat put on my cowboy boots. Just tell me.
With your cheetah piss, man. This must sound like a musty Peppa Pig, man. You can't even sound tough. You don't scare nobody over here, man. Take your bush meat eating that home.
Where you at? What happened to you? You don't have no get back?
You Nick, listen, shut the up, bro. Everyone in here shut up.
You come in here sounding like Idris Elba trying to cuss me out. Really? You sound like a polite man trying to sit here and be rude. I can't deal with you. I can't even take you seriously, bro. Honestly, I don't. I can't take you as serious as anything else. Anybody in this room who's listening, listen to you and hear you.
Tell him to get his tea and crumpets and get the on, man.
No,
we're not pouring tea and crumpets.
He's not British, so he can't get tea and crumpets. Really, what he's really doing, he's putting his jollof over toast like it's beans and toast because they don't want him eating beans and toast. They know that he ain't worth the beans and toast.
He making mud out. He making mud out of his dirt cookies. Say, man, I'm gonna pass it. Black Alpha, man, I'm gonna pass it back.
Shout out to you, fam. Shout out. Who we got next right here? Stay on. I'm gonna keep you up on here. B1 Business. Let me send this next one to let me get it right. Okay, here we go. Twizzle. I'm sending you a co-host because when we talk, this teller gonna have to be quiet. So go ahead and accept this. Twizzle, it's coming to you, fam. And as soon as I see you on the co-host, we're gonna roast this dude. How you get your whoop once and want to come back and get your whooped again? Come on now. They don't make no type of sense. You won't lose the time when they go on. We don't whoop this dude. For the new people in here, we whooped this dude a long time ago. But go ahead, Twizzle.
And I kind of want to hear what the I want to hear what the barefoot limey got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we know about them tethers who floated on the inner tube across the English Channel. I want to hear what he got to say. You know what I'm saying?
You cowards! You're scared of my words. Why are you muting me, coward? You're cowards.
You got the stage. Go ahead and speak.
Listen, your ancestors.
But check this out, though. If you want to speak, check this out. If you want to speak, bushmeat, barefoot, barrister, you didn't learn how. Why don't you speak with some class? You from Great Britain. You went to Oxford. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you show some form of education? Because not only that, they whole purpose, y'all. Their whole purpose of coming over here and talking to us because they feel like they are way more educated than us. They feel like Black Americans are ignorant and they ride that stereotype train that brought them over here on that church or missionary train or Sally Struthers when they were starving. They bring them over here on that and they really believe that. They feel like they can come over here and try to talk to us and then they learn the hard way. So here, I came in peaceful trying to have a civil conversation with him, but he acted like he was chasing the baboon through the bush. He came in like that. So no matter like my dad always say, the more how civil you try to be with uncivilized people, you're going to have to get uncivilized with them. But I'd be goddamn if I have to run around barefoot and start swinging through trees just so they can try to understand me. You understand me? Come on now.
Bro, you are like 5'8", bro. You're like 5'8".
I don't give a speak. Could you speak
6'3", 260. I'll break your mouth.
Or could you speak intelligently? If not,
All right, let's have a dialogue.
Could you go get somebody else who eat barbecue bush meat in here to where they can have a conversation to where they're running up? Could you do that?
That shit was funny. Goddamn. Shout out to Twizzler. Let's see who else we gonna bring up in here, man. Ro, I'm gonna send you a co-host invite, fam. We'll roast this tether real easy like we already doing. My brother.
No roasting anyone. You're just muting.
Yeah, shut up. Listen, my brother Twizzler said they on the damn air mattress. They can't even do the inner tube. But we gonna keep moving on. Go ahead, my sister Angelic. It's all on you. Roast this bum for me.
So I want to ask him, first of all, now let me say this. You asked us what we've built. The fact that you're in our space is a testament to what we've built. No one is trying to go over to where you're musty, whatever you got going on. So I just want to ask you, what have you built? What have your people built? And I'm going to wait for the answer. I'm not even trying to be smart. I'm not trying to start a debate or argument. I'm just going to ask, what have you built? What have the Nigerians built? I'll wait. What have your people built?
What have
I'll
they
wait.
built?
I'm starting to hear the Jeopardy, the Jeopardy theme song. Y'all remember Jeopardy? I'm hearing the Jeopardy theme song. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because I was going to start. Thank you, church. Thank you, family.
It got real silent when she asked you a
Answer the questions.
very straightforward question. What have you built?
You are broke cowards, man. Cowards. If you mute me again, you're.
That's the best you got from me is you never broke. You never broke. And that thing you just said about y'all are cowards. The problem is that that's projection. That's what's called a projection. We're cowards. We're broke. Actually, no, it's you that's broke. It's you that are cowards. We're here. We're here on the land that our people built. We haven't been fleeing all over the place. That's why I'm asking you. And I'm like, answer the question. I need an answer to this question. I'm not trying to hold anybody else up that really wants to roast you. I want an answer. What have your people built? What have you built? Okay, church, we can cue up the Jeopardy music again. I will give him another chance.
No, hey, sister. He fled. He left.
What?
Yes, he's gone. He's a 4-time fleer now. What do I tell y'all about certified foundational Black American women in these tethers? Notice that we had about 5 brothers come up here and roast this dude. And he's sitting there thinking he going back and forth. Yeah, what the f***? You black? You're lame. As soon as my sister came up here and left, I told y'all, tethers are afraid of Black American women because Black American women are stronger than tethers. If you ever want to see an example of that, look right there. As soon as my sister came up and asked him a question about what he built. And family, by the way, tethers do all that damn running. Can you build some shoes or some flip-flops? How come tethers ain't owning one shoe company? You would think about who runs that much. Build a treadmill. God damn, anything something to do with running, y'all should lock down that industry because that's all you do. You ain't build nothing at all. Only thing you could do is flee, and you don't own the fleeing industry. You's a big-time loser. However, notice when my sister came up here, asked him a question very, very clearly, then he fled. They are petrified of foundational Black American women. Fam, when a foundational Black American woman shows up, these run from their shadows. I promise you, you can get the biggest, ashiest tether from any aspect, any area of the globe. If a 5'4" foundational Black American woman comes in the building, that gonna jump out a closed window. He gonna jump through the window, land on his neck. These is running. So shout out to you, my good sister. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't say nothing, but I said, I bet you he flees when Angelic come up here. I bet he do. And there you go again. So it shows you, fam, our sisters are stronger than all of their men. That's why we're the greatest. Go ahead, my sister.
This is the thing about it. That was so anticlimactic. I wasn't even done. I wasn't even trying to roast him, family. I was asking him a legitimate question. I was just so shocked by that. And I hear you say that all the time, Black Alpha. I hear you say that, but you know how you hear something, but you don't really hear it. It isn't really, you don't process it all the way. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's true. I wasn't roasting him, family. I wanted an answer, and I really wasn't done with him. I was grilling him, but I wasn't done grilling him. Darn. Okay, well, It was fun while it lasted. Anyway, thanks for bringing me up as co-host.
Shout out to you, my sister. All we do is win. You got to take that full victory right there. So that's all you right there. I told everybody, this dude, the tether that just ran, I ain't even look at his name, whoever he is. He just went to the comment section and he made a comment. But check this out, y'all. He didn't make a comment about my sister. He directed it towards us, the men. He's calling out church and Black Alpha. I barely even said anything to this dude. He's avoiding my foundational Black American sister. I'm telling y'all, these niggas run to get away from foundational Black American women. He's sitting there saying, you Black Alpha in church. But I'm saying, though, it wasn't Black Alpha in church that you was fleeing from, though. You was running from my sister Angelic. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all scared. I know y'all be disrespecting females over there, but females over here gonna get with you. I'm gonna tell you what my mama said. My mama says foundational Black American women and Africa do not mix, because our sisters is gonna kick up some dust over there. How you treat your women in your homeland, that ain't happening over here. So this is why his fled. Soon as he got some real feminine energy, okay, his dipped and dodged and got the out the way, because they understand there's only going to be one outcome when a foundational Black American sister sees a tether. Let's just say the tether is going to get the hell out of the space. And that's exactly what he did. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
He's an Umar Johnson disciple. I'm telling you.
Because I told y'all, tethers are a joke and the inner tubes cannot flow. My good brother church, it's all on you, family. Then Sister Angelic, I know you're back from the gym, sister. You know what I'm saying? There's no tethers out there, family. There's some deodorant still in the stores, so you know the tethers, they ain't gonna be near that, okay? Having deodorant against tethers is like having garlic with vampires, family. Bring the deodorant and the tethers won't show up. Go ahead, my brother church.
Oh my God, man. I'm over here in tears, man. It was just so much going on right there, brother. I just want you all to know that, you know, his mama might have an OnlyFleas account. You know what I'm saying? Instead of OnlyFans, she got an OnlyFlea account. Instead of doing sex videos, you know, the only videos you see is her chasing meerkats all over the place. But yeah, you know, it's funny to me that this dude wanted to talk to you with this British accent, and it just did not rock for 1 second. Honestly, instead of beans and toast, this man is eating jollof on toast. I don't understand why you're here. You need to be minding the business that pays you. We're not here to be going back and forth with you folks, and you guys aren't even in our country. Like, it makes no sense that you're even in our space. What's it to you, sir? But let me go back to the matter at hand, because, you know, we ain't not gonna spend too much time on another fleeing Japa there, brother. I wanted to say
he told me he's anti-reparations.
Okay. Well,
hold on. Who keeps doing that? Hold on. Church. Who said that? Who said that? Who just said that?
I'm trying. I did not see who said it.
That was Rumple. This dude a troll, man. This dude a troll. I already done blocked him.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. One at a time. Hold on. Who just interrupted church? I'm confused here.
That was Rumple.
That was me, sir. Okay. I've heard him before in other spaces. He's anti-reparations.
Okay. Who are you? Okay. Who are you? Where are you from? What are you? What are you? Tell me where you're from. Who are you? Where are your people from?
My people are from
Where?
Middle East, sir.
Okay, why? Okay, listen. Why are you here?
Because I love Black people.
Okay. Are Black men at the top of that list? I think Black men at the top of that list. Okay.
In heterosexual way.
Okay, listen. Did he say heterosexual men are at the top of his what? Anyway, listen. I want everybody to notice how this individual starts talking about the last individual, and they're both pointing fingers at each other, trying to make it look like one of them is on our side. Always be aware of liar number one tries to point the finger at liar number two so they can both lie to you. Understand that, family. So what we have now, we've gotten to the stage of this delineation process. Well, they'll send us liars in bunches, and you're going to have one person who cannot stand Black Americans pretend to be the crusader and savior of us against the other person who's talking all that lie and gibberish. But in reality, both of them have the same agenda. They just serve two different teams. I want everybody to notice that's what Mr. Rumple or whatever the hell his name is just said. Now, you said something about about reparations. What is your stance on reparations? And just know, I am a reparationist who spoke at the largest reparations rally in American history and tore the roof down. So I'm going to be able to poke holes in anything that you say. So you've been forewarned. Why were you talking about the last British tether, about him not supporting reparations? And why are you saying that? Because I want to know what your reparations idea is.
If I'm not mistaken, sir, I heard him say he's anti-reparations for the FBA.
I didn't ask you about what he said. I'm talking about what's your plan. I want everybody to notice. I said, what? No, listen, I want everybody to notice that. Fam, what was that? 3 seconds? 3 seconds? 3 seconds. God damn. Can I get 4? 5 maybe? Shit. Okay. I asked you, what is your belief on reparations? And your answer is what the last guy's is. I didn't ask you about the last guy. I would have said that. What is your belief on reparations?
I believe African FBAs.
Oh God! Or
FBAs.
No,
FBA.
no, ain't no,
FBA,
no, ain't no sorry. Fam, did he just say African FBAs? And no, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that now. Hold up now. This guy couldn't answer the question for 3 seconds. He flipped it on to the other person. When I had to freeze him and coach him how to answer the question, he goes around and just called us African FBAs. Family, is this space not about them trying to pump Pan-African on foundational Black Americans to dilute the lineage-based movement? This right now is an epic moment going down, fam. This is real type scholar work. This is real certified. I want everybody to notice. We are sitting here talking about Mana Leo. We talking about Steve Harvey, Meek Mills, all of these people who are low-key trying to pump Pan-Africanism on us. Sierra, ludicrous. And this guy comes in trying to take our attention away from him and focus it on the last guy. Soon as he gets the opportunity to talk, he calls us African FBAs. There ain't no such thing as an African FBA. We are not African. And the fact that African even popped up in your mouth when you talking about us lets me know what your real agenda truly was. He came in here to push Africanism on us. And those who have subscribed to my channel, how many of y'all just seen my show on Tuesday where I showed everybody the Iranian guy? And he was saying how they need to support Pan-Africanism. Didn't I tell y'all that every single person from every single background are all trying to push Pan-Africanism on us? It's not just the African. It's not just the Caribbean. You're starting to see people from the Middle East, like this guy. You're starting to see people from Asia, and you're starting to see people from the far ends of Europe, and they're all trying to push Pan-Africanism on us. We are not Africans, and you know that. But you want us to be African. So what's your real agenda? What is your real agenda? I want you to tell me the truth, what's really going on, and I'm listening right now. Go ahead. The floor is yours, and clear all that Africanism stuff. Now I want you to know you've been caught. So everything you're saying right now is just going to be further of you already being exposed. So you've been exposed. So don't act like you're not. Don't dance around and be like, oh, no, I'm sorry now. I'm sorry. Because I noticed when I stopped you, you said, no, I'm sorry. Ain't no sorry. We don't play in sorries. Okay. We play in absolutes. You have to tell us who sent you. I'm asking you right now, who sent you? And I know it ain't your heart, and it ain't love, and it ain't friends, because guess what? If you had so much love for Black Americans, you wouldn't have called us African. Fam, didn't I tell y'all if Mana Leo was so down with foundational Black Americans and the grassroots, she wouldn't be mad at delineation? Didn't I tell you if somebody comes around here and says things to the contrary of how we feel, that exposes that they're not who they say they were? If you really cared about Black Americans, you wouldn't have called us African. So that lets me know that you don't really give a damn. So keep it real. You've been exposed, and tell us who sent you. The floor is yours.
One of my disciples is
Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I got muted. I'm a follower of the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Mr. Umar Johnson, sir.
So he sent you? I asked you who sent you.
No, he didn't send me.
No, Sam. Oh, goodness. Didn't I just say who sent you? And I'm a follower of, I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that. I said who sent you. So family, no, we got some questions now about Umar.
My brother.
Go ahead, Church. Go ahead, my good brother.
Real quick, I just wanted people to notice that when he was trying to troll the African Brit dude, he said that he was a follower of Dr. Umar. So
yes,
both of you are followers of Dr. Umar?
Did y'all come together? Are you dating? Are you in fish and chips tether? Are y'all boyfriends? Are you the boyfriend that I was just talking about? Did you just have the last speaker on his knees? Is that what this is about? Did you see me roasting your boyfriend and you came in here and said, nobody's going to roast your boyfriend but you? Is that what it was? Because fam, Church, you hit a home run, brother. Yes, indeed. You came in and said the last guy was a disciple and supporter of Dr. Umar. Now you're saying that you are. So either two people, oddly, rarely came in here as supporters of Dr. Umar, as you claim, or you guys are dating. So it's one of the two. Okay. And I think we already know what the answer is. Okay. So I know he done hit it and split it. Okay. That's all y'all do. He done hit it and fled. He done hit it and fled. I get that. But I want to know why you just came in here and said that you are a follower, disciple of Dr. Umar Johnson. And the last guy was, and you said he was. So answer what my brother Church just said.
Have you donated to the school? Yes or no?
It doesn't work that way. You answer my questions or you shut the hell up. That's what you do. Okay. It doesn't, I don't know who you dictate to. You don't know me. I'm number one activist. Check yourself. Okay. Now I just asked you a question. Fam, he couldn't answer that question. And let me say this as well. And I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of people may not want to hear this. I'm gonna keep it real. This guy is not no follower of Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm not even gonna put that on Dr. Umar family. I'm not even gonna do that. He ain't no follower of Dr. Umar. He's using Dr. Umar Johnson and what's going on with Dr. Umar Johnson to draw wedges in between us and Dr. Umar or whoever the hell else. This guy right here is coming on falsified falsehood pretext. He is not no follower of Dr. Umar. You do not know Dr. Umar. I suppose that you do not even respect what Dr. Umar is doing. You don't give a damn about no school with Dr. Umar, okay? So if you're from where you say you're from and you've been donating to a school, he probably have it by now. Let's keep it a buck, okay? So miss me with the Dr. Umar stuff. You ain't no follower of Dr. Umar. What you're doing is saying, oh, Dr. Umar's on the black stuff. Well, they on the foundational Black American stuff. Let's just put them all together. You're here to cause confusion, all right? You're talking about where you're from. What you really are, you're Judas. You're only here to cause confusion. Now, answer my question. How come you was pointing the finger at the last guy about Dr. Umar, but now you're saying that you follow Dr. Umar?
Well, yeah, I know I'm an associate of his, and we talked about this.
You ain't no associate of Dr. Umar. You're not no associate.
Caribbeans, and Africans should get reparations, not just FBA.
There you go, everybody. First off, he ain't no associate of Dr. Umar. I ain't even gonna let you put that on Dr. Umar like that. I met Dr. Umar before. I don't even rock with Umar like that, but I ain't gonna let you come after Dr. Umar. You ain't no damn disciple associate of Dr. Umar, point blank, bottom line, okay? And you said that Jamaicans and Africans should get reparations as well. Are you willing to pay for those reparations? Go ahead, double mute, go ahead.
I'm a Jew from Israel, so yes, the Americans should pay for all of it.
No, I didn't ask about the Americans. I said, are you willing to pay for those reparations? Have you joined any amnesty groups? Have you supported any Black American grassroots initiatives? There's a multitude of ways that you can support reparations. You can take some of that money and then you can go find the nearest grassroots endeavor and then you can put some money behind it. But you ain't going to do that now, are you? Because you are only talking about Africans and Jamaicans getting reparations because you want to dilute us. Family, I want everybody to notice. And he thought he got one past me. Don't nothing get past me. I'm the man. Family, he's only bringing up Africans and Jamaicans getting reparations because he understands, just like the Africans and Jamaicans do, that would dilute our reparations money. He does not want nobody to get no reparations. But what he wants to do is make it look like he's supportive of reparations for all Black folks because he understands reparations for all Black folks would take away from these Black folks. And his real problem is Black Americans. You don't see this guy following no Africans around. You don't see him following no Jamaicans around or talking to them sideways or talking to them reckless or deflecting. You don't run that game on them because deep down inside, you like the African and the Jamaican. That's really what it is, because you understand that the African and Jamaican is nothing but a little lapdog and a mule for you. So you're trying to insert, I want everybody to notice, he's trying to insert Jamaicans and Africans into our reparations claim because he understands that would take away from us. The same way that the African Union did it. Family, maybe it ain't Dr. Umar who this individual claims to be down with. I think this person may be coming from the African Union. This sounds like African Union talk, family. This sounds like 6th region stuff. This sounds like if we're going to have somebody get reparations, let's use them. The Africans and the Jamaicans right now are being used as proxies and props to stop our reparations claim. And they're sending out people like this guy, family. I told y'all they was watching. I told y'all the agents are here. This ain't just no regular troll right here. This guy is getting a bag. Somebody's paying this guy to come into our spaces. I don't even know who this individual is. Never seen him before, but everything he's saying is a lie and it contradicts. This guy is getting paid by somebody to come in here and use that line. You think it's a coincidence? He comes in here, immediately refers to us as African FBAs. He says one guy supported Dr. Umar, but he really does. And then he tells us they should get reparations as well. Family, for the last 5 years, we've been fighting to keep Africans and Jamaicans off of our reparations panel. And out of nowhere, this white guy shows up and he supports putting Africans and Jamaicans in our reparations panels. Family, you think that's a coincidence? Or do you think that is along the line of many people who've been listening, watching, and observing what we've been doing? And now they're coming up with fake falsehoods so they can try to prevent what we got going. I'm going to give this to my brother Church right here. Okay. And then we're going to continue to work. But let's just know, family, this guy is exactly an op. And the same op tree that gave you Mauna Leo, Sierra, gives you Steve Harvey, and all of these other people that are popping up. This is a prime example of what I've been telling everybody. These folks is getting paid to spy and they're getting paid to infiltrate. That's why he came in here using Africans and Jamaicans as a weapon against us. And he tried to use his feelings. Notice when it came to his money, he didn't have no more love for black folks. Notice how he dodged that question, right? Are you going to pay for it? Did you? Are you going to give the money? What about Africans? Notice, fam, when I brought up money, he didn't have that same love and affection for black folks. But when you start talking about how much he loves black Americans, he brings Africans and Jamaicans up. I rest my case. Church, go ahead. Before we go to church, answer what I just told everybody out here, my brother Church, and how you picked up on that, how he was pointing the finger.
Oh, absolutely, family. Because the first thing when we was trying to get some straightening with the other dude, that was his mate. That was the first thing I heard out of this man's mouth was calling that dude a disciple of Umar. And that's what made me remember it, is the fact that he worded it like that, a disciple of Umar. And then only to turn around right when he's being questioned to admit that he's a disciple of Umar. And honestly, it just sounds like these two came in together. And like you said, one got caught on their knees and the other one got caught running out the door, and that's what it is, But my whole thing is this: if you so out there, if you really believe that all of us, not just foundational Black Americans, and you messed up when you called us African foundational Black Americans, that makes no damn sense. But if you believe that all Black folk around the world deserve reparations, why haven't you yourself personally gone to CARICOM and spoke up for them over there? Why haven't you gone to all these different European countries that owe Africa reparations and spoke to them there? Why are you trying to include them into a reparations situation that they have nothing to do with and don't even qualify for?
Good point. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And I'm asking you, whatever your dude's name is, would you be willing to use some of that money that comes from Israel and AIPAC? Would you be willing to use some of that aid to pay for reparations? Since you love reparations so much, go ahead. It's on you. Oh, thumbs down. So, fam, you see right there. Go ahead.
My great-grandfather was a victim of the Holocaust, okay? We're willing to be a conduit to distribute that money, reparations.
I didn't ask you that. I said, are you willing? I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about you. Okay, because remember,
I'm trying to cut in like this, Brother Black Alpha, but my grandfather fought in World War II, so he actually was a part of the unit that helped liberate some of those people from the camps.
Family, notice what he just said once again. This dude, literally, he just pulled some AU stuff right here, and it's wonderful that our brother Black Alpha just called it out a few minutes ago. He said that I think that you're working with the AU, right? When Alpha just asked him a few seconds ago, would he be willing to have AIPAC and people in his country to actually support and pay for these reparations? Notice what he said. He said, we're willing to be basically the middleman.
The middleman.
Yeah, you want to be able to distribute the reparations is what you said. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. That's true.
Why would we allow you to distribute reparations when you don't have anything? You don't have a dog in the fight.
We're God's chosen people. You can trust us.
No. So you are not
sound
the
like
chosen
an anti-Semite, sir.
No, sir. I'm just well studied. So when you're saying things like that, when we already know, you basically show yourself to be who you are. To be honest with you, you're not who you say you are over there. You're not who you say you are over here. And all you want to do is what they were doing back in the day, which is controlling where the money goes.
And let me say this. And I think you anti-Black American. How about that? Since we throwing anti around, oh, you thought you was just going to say we anti something and it was going to be sweet. I believe you anti-Black American. Because remember, we don't know who you are. You came over here with the disrespect. And you have no position and you're not qualified as the authority to dish out reparations for anybody. So in reality, you are anti-Black American. See, you're not really used to an era where when you say something, we give it right on back, are you? You're used to a time when you say something like you just said a minute ago and folks will get to explaining and be like, no. My brother Church ain't explain. I ain't explaining. Nobody's explaining. And if anything, through demonstrations of behavior, your behavior through anybody that would be listening right now would understand you came in here as the disrespectful operative. We haven't. We was in here having a good time talking about our culture and just standing on business. You came in here throwing all types of stones and hiding your hands in the process. But guess what? We see it. Now, to what we were saying, I want you to tell me why, when it comes to reparations, you're hesitant about reparations for Black Americans, but you're so damn supportive of reparations for Africans. Go ahead.
We know you're suffering. We also suffered as a people, Jewish people. And we could be...
That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you
why
that.
is he going into story time? We understand your suffering. You don't understand a damn thing from us because we don't suffer. We didn't suffer the same. We don't have the same backgrounds. You don't know nothing about our culture. We know nothing about yours. Well, we do, but we don't care nothing about your culture. You sounding really weird right now. We understand where you're coming. You're going straight into story time.
Is he reading?
It sounds like it. It sounds like he cracked open the book. He turned to page 14 where they okay, this is another talking point. We know you're suffering and we understand your suffering. That's exactly what it sounds like, Black Alpha.
Brother, in about 2 minutes, he's going to be saying black is beautiful, free Huey.
And beautiful is always black.
I know you be watching. I know you be watching, homie. So go ahead now. Answer my question straight up. No cap, be real, direct with it. Answer the question specifically because I'm a Black American and I said so. That's why. Listen, why are you so supportive of reparations for Africans and Jamaicans, but you have resisted reparations for foundational Black Americans? Answer that directly.
Sir, we've never, as a Jewish person, we've never resisted any reparations against Africa.
I didn't ask that. I asked, why are you? Okay, I want everybody else to notice how he keeps trying to speak on behalf of all these people so he can try to put a jacket on us. Or y'all anti-everybody. No, we're anti your bullshit. How about that one? Nice try. And remember, you talking to a bunch of grown men and women.
You a question.
No, you don't ask me no questions. I ask the questions and you answer the questions. And you better be careful when you're talking to a Black American man, okay? All right, I'm not the African and Jamaican that you sitting over here caping for and trying to weasel them into somebody else's reparations claim. All right, I'm a foundational Black American. Unlike y'all, I don't have baby nuts. I got big nuts. They drag when I walk. Trust me, big dog, run the yard. So you answer what I ask you, and that's just the way it goes. Now answer my question. And I'm not going to ask you for a third time. How come you, I ain't talking about your family. I'm not talking about where you say you're from, because I'm not even sure if you're from where you say you're from. I don't believe nothing about you, to be honest with you. Only thing I believe about you is that you like Starburst, Skittles, Fruit Roll-Up, and Fruit by the Foot. And I think y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing I have definitive on you. Okay. But what I'm telling you, and this better be crystal clear and definitive, is you better answer my question or you're going to get dropped. Point blank, bottom line, you will not be on this panel. I will drop you off of this panel. Now, answer my question. Why are you so supportive and friendly for Africans and Jamaicans that you brought them up? Remember, y'all, I didn't bring up no damn African and Jamaican. He unsolicited brought up Africans and Jamaicans. So this lets you know that he's reading off a script and he's pushing an agenda that somebody else gave him. You're a paid operative. All right. Now, I'm the number one activist, so I see this type of stuff all day. It don't scare me none. You may scare some of these other folks, okay? But we ain't the Africans and Jamaicans. We ain't scared. Now, you tell me right now, how come you are friendly to them and you are so resistant to us? Directly answer the question.
You better tread lightly because...
Only thing we got to better do is stay black. And I don't know why the hell you thought you was going to be able to say something like that.
Let me see what he's going to say. I better do what? Go ahead.
Tread lightly because... my grandparents marched with the civil rights movement, okay?
Oh, fam. This somebody paid this guy. Fam, brothers and sisters,
That is
Here
their
we go.
go-to line. My father, my grandfather marched with Dr. King, but yet y'all forgot everything that man said in 24 hours after he was unalived. Miss me with your nonsense. You talking about y'all don't stand against nobody's reparations. You have people such as Bernie Sanders talking about it isn't feasible. It isn't feasible. It's divisive. It's divisive. When you guys literally are being paid in an area where you didn't even have costs over here. Miss me with your nonsense, man.
How about this one? Okay. He's sitting there talking about they marched with all that fam. Ain't that the same exact thing that Joe Biden was saying? And ain't that what Kamala Harris said that her parents did? Fam, y'all notice all of these foreigners always claim the civil rights era? Okay, here you go. I got a question for you then. Y'all watch this. Watch Black Alpha go to work. Okay, you said your grandparents or you said your parents? Which one? Which one did you say marched with the civil rights era?
My grandparent, and my father.
Your grandparent and your father. Okay, what year and where?
1965 and 1960 in Selma.
1965 and 1960?
Freedsburg, too.
Okay, and who were they there with? Who were they there with?
They was there with Michael Jackson.
Sir, I'm a young man. I don't know who they were.
Fam. Now he don't know that. Now he just thought he was bold. 1965, and he said Selma. If you really think that we believe that you got some ancestors that was in Selma, you lying. Hell no. And what date was Selma?
And don't Google search it either,
quickly, because you just said 1960 Selma, and it wasn't 1960.
No, he's Googling. Let go. Answer.
65.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, okay.
I told you 65.
What state?
Are you stupid?
What state? Oh, he getting mad now. What state?
I ain't told you 65, Black Afro. Come on, man.
He's Googling.
You ain't even gonna keep blocking me?
No. Tell me the state.
He running his diary like Anne Frank.
No, stop. Wait. No. Stop. Freeze. What state?
Alabama.
Okay, and where in Alabama is Selma located?
Dude, I'm not that old. I don't know.
Neither am I, and I know. Neither is EJ. He knows. Neither is Angelic. She knows. Now, wait a minute. I want everybody to notice that as he's sitting here talking about Selma, he's sitting here talking about marching, he's sitting here saying that he knows all these things, but when I question him, all of a sudden he don't know no more. Just a minute ago, he knew so much that he used it as some type of authority. Now, when I check him, he starts saying things along the lines of, I don't know. Okay, but if you don't know that, then how come are you sitting here talking about reparations for us? How come you don't know that? How about you not know reparations? How about that one? How about you not know reparations, be quiet about reparations, and keep it moving? How about that one? That's what you do. Don't be, I don't know that much and I'm too young when it's convenient to you. Because when you're intelligent don't know no damn what day, time, and I only know a little bit. If you're smart, you're smart. If you're real, you're real. Your paperwork ain't checking out because you can't name to us anything, any place. You're coming up there, Googling, searching to Alabama, 1962, African, Black, FBA. You ain't gave us one definitive answer. But whenever you're being resistant to us, then it becomes definitive. I want everybody to notice when it's a definitive statement, it's aggression against us. When it's all loose and flimsy, it's when I'm asking him a question. How come you ain't solidified throughout all my questions? Some of the questions you bounce around. Some of the questions you don't want to answer. But whenever you're talking about Africans and Caribbeans, then all of a sudden you know exactly what you're talking about. It's a whole different game.
He said you better tread lightly. You better tread lightly, Brother Alpha.
Hey, that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my pit bull told his mama. Okay. And let's just say pit bull wasn't the one howling. Okay. That part. Now,
let me ask this question real quick. Let me ask him this question. You said that your people marched in Selma. Okay. Let's hypothetically take that for what it is. If your people marched in Selma with Dr. King, tell me, what was the major event that set off the March on Selma?
It was the police shooting a protester, sir.
No, sir. There is a term. There is a name for the event that set off what happened in Selma. Give me the name or what it's called. Don't sit here and tell me about some anecdotal situations. Give me the exact name of the event that set off the March on Selma. Go.
I don't know the exact name.
Okay, I got another question. What is the nickname in which they refer to Selma as?
Good Trouble?
Jesus Christ.
Family.
I'm done. This man said it's called Good Trouble.
Check your jumbotron.
It is called it is called Bloody Sunday, and this man said Good Trouble.
I just can't. This is how desperate these folks are, ladies and gentlemen. They are sending in the worst representation that they can send in to try to talk to us and convince us about history that we know, that we're attached to, that actually stems from our bloodlines. These folks really are that damn desperate. This dude said the event is called Good Trouble, and that's why y'all always telling us we need to get into good trouble, ain't it? That's the trouble that you want us getting in, the good trouble. Get the hell out of here.
Fam, ain't it funny that it all came back to Good Trouble, these nice Negroes, and it ain't that bad. Are you surprised by that, Church?
I'm not surprised by that at all. I am literally amused. It's so hilarious to me that you guys have nothing. You have nothing. And when you come into these spaces, you prove how much you have nothing. You know nothing, and you are nothing. We're literally pulling you out of every element that you thought you were going to be in when you came in here with your little African lover that you then turned around and pointed the finger at. And don't think that I got off of that. Don't think I forgot about that too, because you sat there and tried to throw your African lover under the bus and then turned around and said, oh, I believe that, Caribbeans and Africans should get reparations, not just FBAs. Well, why wasn't you showing that type of love to your African lover who was in here earlier that you called out for being a Dr. Umar disciple, since you both are Dr. Umar disciples? Like this dude and everybody like him, this should be one of the things that we look at and just laugh at continuously. Laugh these people out of our spaces, because these people do not know a damn thing, and they think that they can come in and they think they are more educated than us. And we ended up showing them left and right that not only are you less educated than us, you're less versed in what we speak about. You're less versed in the history. And I'm not just talking about our history here. We're talking about globally. You people are nothing. You're nothing. And you more specifically, you're the original identity theft. You are the original identity thief. So nothing you say here will be held to high regard. Alpha, go ahead, man. These folks, I can't even with these people. They're just good for a good laugh.
Church, you better tread lightly, or you're gonna get in some good trouble. So, fam,
I hope that
you hope so, right? And then bring it on. Listen, I want everybody to know this, man. So what we have here, family, is a white guy who claims that he's Jewish, who is a Dr. Umar disciple, who supports reparations for Africans and Jamaicans, has a parent and grandparent that marched on Selma for Good Trouble. Family, that is literally somebody who just went down the line, picked out every single thing that's in opposition to what we're talking about, put it in one damn paragraph and just read it off. That's it, family. Every damn thing. The only thing he left out is that Black Americans is going to get deported as well. Fam, that right there is a go-to of somebody just blurting shit out about Black folks, making things up. This man went down the whole line. He, I guess, is a descendant of civil rights saviors. Is this what he's saying? He's a civil rights savior descendant. He's also a disciple of Pan-Africanism. And Dr. Umar, speaking of that, since you talk about Pan-Africanism, how many times have y'all seen somebody who's John Lewis and Dr. Umar at the same time? Where in the hell they do that at? How in the hell you went from the descendant to Good Trouble? That don't mix at all. This man is a Dr. Umar, Pan-African, Boule, John Lewis, Good Trouble, all in one. He done went down the line, found little things about Black American history, made him a little photograph, and just read it off one by one by one. Like Church said, these people are extremely desperate. Fam, do y'all remember the time when the trolls and the tethers would come in here and they would have just one lie they stuck to? Didn't I tell y'all when they get desperate, it's very easy to see because it's just absolutely ludicrous what they saying? This man done went down the whole line of Black American history and just thought he was going to regurgitate it back to us so he can get reparations for Africans and Jamaicans. And let me ask you this question. What made you become a Pan-African? You said that you are a disciple of Dr. Umar Johnson, an associate, which I don't believe. However, what made you become a Pan-African? That's my question to you right now. Why did you become a Pan-African? Go ahead.
Africans across this earth should unite so you guys can have one voice.
He said, so you guys again, fam. Now, remember when I called him out for calling us African FBAs, he immediately said sorry. And you see, he waited about 30 minutes to say it again. And then they do a circle and come back again and try to do it one more time. Fam, did he just do that? Did he say, I'm just going to walk a circle real quick and I'll be right back and tell that lie again? They'll forget it by the time I got back. I think he thought he went to Selma and came back and we was going to forget. So I want everybody to notice how he just called us African again. He just called us African again. Just a minute ago, he said, I'm sorry, I mean FBAs. Okay. So you're saying that you became a Pan-African. What was your journey? How'd you get down with Pan-Africanism? Where'd you go? What set you claim? Who put you down with Pan-Africanism? What was your journey? And how did you meet Dr. Umar?
I met him through the internet like everybody else. And
you met him through the internet?
And I have been to Africa. I've been to Egypt. And
Wait a minute. Did he just say he met Dr. Umar on the internet and he's an associate of Dr. This guy's got... He's got 692 followers. And he's saying that he met Dr. Umar on the internet. This is what this man just said. Okay.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, like everybody else. I guess we all done met him. All your blacks done met him on the internet now. I don't think that was Dr. Umar. I think that was Nurse Mutombo, who's from Nigeria. He met an African scammer. Hey, he met a Nigerian scammer. He thinks it's Dr. Umar.
It was the African that came in here earlier. That's the person who was pretending to be Dr. Umar. That's what he said. We're both disciples of Dr. Umar.
He done met a West App Dr. Umar family. He done met a Match.com Dr. Umar who's really in Nigeria. You want black men that bad? Now, I know I asked earlier and he said he like heterosexual black men. Y'all heard it. Cameras is rolling. You want black men that bad that you got on the internet and you found you a Timu Dr. Umar Johnson. And he told you that that's an associate. He sounded like one of the people saying, he said he loved me. Did Umar that you met from Nigeria on West App, did he say he loved you too? Did he send you flowers or did you send your money? Fam, that's why he wants to give Africans and Jamaicans some reparations. Oh my God. I got it, y'all. Here we go. So what happened was the damn Africans realized they can't get our foundational Black American reparations. So they said, we're going to go get on the internet and scam a guy from Israel. And we're going to tell that Israel guy that we really love him because he loves Mr. Mutombo Soul Pole. So he thought if he got Mr. Mutombo Soul Pole in exchange, he can push for African reparations over foundational Black Americans, fam. I got the whole plot laid out.
Wait. Alpha, you're putting dots together. Now I'm starting to put the picture together. Thank you for putting those dots together, my good brother. Because what we're really seeing is the fact that the African scammed him pretending to be Dr. Umar. And he said, look, nigga, I need you to send me some money for my school. And so we can build the school. And this is why he turned to you and he was like, did you put money on his school? Did you put money on his school? Because I put money on his school.
Hey, that shit's really a TP in Nigeria. That ain't even going to Dr. Umar. Do we have us a final scenario? Are Nigerian scammers scamming white people to pretend to be Dr. Umar Johnson so them white people can get some soul pole in exchange for them inserting themselves into our reparations claim? I believe right now what we are seeing is the newest scam, desperate attempt, trick, tactic that the Africans pulled. That ain't Dr. Umar you're talking to. That is Mr. Mutombo, and he is in a village in Nigeria, and he scammed you. That's it. And he doesn't really love you. Okay. You can take back that box of chocolates he gave you. Okay. That shit molded anyway. That shit had to go through customs. You ended up getting scammed so you can push reparations onto us. I mean, if you think about it, y'all, a dusty ass, musty ass, rusty ass tether, that sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? How many times a year do you see the studies that came out and say, watch Nigeria, they scamming folks? Remember when the Nigerians would scam 375-pound white women from Connecticut? Now they're out there scamming these whoever the hell people into believing that they're going to get some soul pole in exchange for reparations. Now, let me ask you this question right here. Since I got you. You say you down with Pan-Africanism and you met Dr. Umar. You said just like everybody else. Okay. That's what you said you did. I don't believe you. However, you said you've been to Africa. Where'd you go to in Africa?
I've been to South Africa, Namibia, Tanzania. You're a bigot. You are a bigot, man. You have hate.
No, I have a big dick, and your mama knows about it. A lot of black men do. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't relate to that, though. Third grader. Listen, I want everybody to notice that he said he went to South Africa. And a minute ago, he said Egypt. Notice he didn't say Egypt right now, right? Y'all notice he skipped over the Egypt part. And what are both of those places occupied by? Not black, melanated Africans. Interesting. So what we're dealing with right here, family, this guy is trying to come to us and trying to scam us into believing that he is some type of savior so he can get us to support Africans. That's all this is, family. This guy was sent in here. Somebody's paying this guy. He's getting paid in Joel off or some shit, family, because y'all know they can't cut the thing. He done ran off on the plug and he's in a bad situation and nothing he's saying is really adding up. You don't need to be worrying about me. Okay. What you need to worry about is, first off, this guy, by the way, sounds high as hell. He sounds extremely high. I don't think this guy is sober. But let me say this to my brother Church. Did you just see how he's bouncing around all these different places in Africa, family? And he still didn't even answer my question, how he got down with Pan-Africanism?
Absolutely. He can name all the places he's been in Africa, but he can't tell you how he got to be a Pan-African. Ain't that something?
Because this guy right here, he's one of them African Union guys. I want everybody to notice, fam, it's not just going to be melanated other people, mops, that they're going to send. They're not just going to send in melanated tethers and melanated immigrants. They're going to start sending in white people to be the mouthpiece for those melanated immigrants because they understand that we see the tethers coming from a mile away. Let's be honest, we smell them from a mile away. So they're now using the same prop that they had previously to push this on us. This is what everybody's got to understand and realize, okay? But, you know, I done had a great time being on my G'd up game and, you know, completely wrecking this dude. And these folks is easy work.
Just one good question, because Brother Alpha, like I said, you're putting up the dots and I'm just connecting them. Earlier you said that they want to see everybody get reparations so that nobody gets reparations, right? My question would have to be, is it the Africans putting the battery in his back, or is it them putting that battery in the Africans' back to come at us with all this nonsense? Because if you really think about it, who's funding the AU? Who's funding all these? Don't brother me. Let me finish what I have to say. You're not my brother whatsoever. I know you not. So move back. Now, family, who's funding these organizations like the AU and things like that? We have the American government funding them. So I wouldn't be surprised if the battery was put into their backs to come over here and continuously push this propaganda of we're all one voice, one band, one sound type nonsense, like this is the drum line. The fact of the matter is, yeah, it's looking more like y'all putting funds behind the AU in order to keep us from getting what's owed to us. And that's why you came in here talking about you're a disciple of Umar. That's why you came in here trying to group us all into one category when it comes to reparations, even though the Caribbeans have CARICOM, even though the Africans have whatever the hell they have set up over there. So yeah, it's looking more like you're the puppet master rather than being someone with a hand up your butt, even though I know you would love that too. Our sister Angelica, go ahead. It's on you.
Hi, can everyone hear me okay?
Loud and clear, my dear sister. Shout out to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored and black.
Great. Me too. Great. I just want to say this real quick. I didn't mean to have all this to say. I mean, it was so much that has occurred. That one Rumpelstiltskin and whatever he is. Okay, so I was going through his page. I was scrolling through his page. He's just a supremacist and a weirdo. I really could not make any rhyme or reason to what was going on his page. It looked like he's a Trump supporter, so he's just a supremacist and weirdo. That's all that is. And that other African who was in here, he should be ashamed to have a Nigerian flag in here. He can't be in here talking to our Foundation Black American Freedmen men. They get money legit. These Nigerian men, I've never seen one that didn't make money from just a scamming. And just all they do is just they celebrate fleeing and scamming people. So yeah, that's all I have to say about them. And just let me say this about that that little ignorant little girl who was I thought she could really come at us and come at the lineage and everything. She was all angry because people could really see through her from the first place. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this. I never listened to that song. I never listened to it. And I really never watched the video. I didn't give it any views whatsoever. I just saw little snippets and little photos of that little thing where she was sitting there with she had what looked like the Black American Heritage flag around her, draped around. Then I look up and see all these little colorful flags and stuff in the background. And it's something about it just did not look right to me. From just the little bit the little pics that people post on my timeline, it didn't look right to me. And I had no interest in going back, listen to the song, watch the video. Those little pics and stuff, it didn't look right. And then and I'm going to say this too, and family, don't at me that, use this term. Don't at me. I will not be taking any arguments or debates on any of it. That term Solon, I'm just going to say this. It never sat right in my soul. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm just going to say that because something inside of me said, it's going to be latched onto. I just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to me. I'm like, there are going to be people there's people, I think there are people that may be using this term that they may not be of the lineage. And it just didn't feel good to me. It didn't feel authentic to me. And then lo and behold, I don't know how long it took before we started seeing people use the Solon term. People said we've been using it for a couple of years. The lineage, some people of the lineage, I don't know about that. When I started seeing Solon, the timing between people using that term and then the ignorant little girl comes up here and then she's doing what she's doing. And it never felt right to me. And I'll say this last thing. These people who try to pretend to be us, you can really tell they're not us. The gratuitous use of profanity, the gratuitous use, and Scooby's mom talked about this, the gratuitous use of the N-word. It's like you're trying to sound like us, but you're overdoing it. You're overdoing it. And that little girl, she's got I read some stuff about her. She's got some Nigerian in her lineage. She's like a bi-ethnic or something. So it just was never giving what they thought it was going to give to me in the first place. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for letting me talk.
All day, sister.
Much love, my sister. Hey, Black Alpha, I got to tell you something, man. Our brother Black Truth United, I got to give a shout out to him. He just sent me a message, a DM, and he said, brother, clown this fool. His name is at Juicy Boosie.
I was just about to say that Bubba Young eating.
Hey, Church, why don't you talk to me directly?
You his damn mic. You've been talking too much. It's my turn.
You're done here, buddy. I don't even know why you're still here. You're done here.
He's about to get some real reckoning right now.
Hold on, EJ. You better tread lightly. You better tread lightly.
Only time I tread lightly when I'm at my job sleeping on the plantation. I gotta be careful when the overseers come amongst me. But I'm a seasoned veteran. I can get away with stuff like that. I got longevity, so I'm gonna tread lightly on this new block I'm trying to get from the store. So I gotta make sure that the budget is within my bank account because I don't want to end up like these tethers going into spaces. Getting my T.com on. I don't want to have long-winded transactions when it comes to me making these falsified, statements in these spaces. I guess they be getting paid by the second in pennies. That's why they be withstanding the pain and the suffering and the roasting capabilities of our people. But with that being said, I'm going to lay my plane on their foreheads.
Shout out to my brother. Fam, let me say this. I got to say this. I love how y'all just put that stuff. Dude said tread lightly, but you know what I'm saying? He would just like work. Light work. They all light work, family. They all light work. Ain't none of these people gonna come around here and pop off. Again, this ain't TikTok. But even on TikTok, I don't give a damn where you at. You could be TikTok, Tick. You could be on Twitter. I don't give a damn. Wherever a foundational Black American is at, Tether's got to bow down. That could be on social media. That could be walking up the street. Either way, when they see us, they can't exist in our presence. So I want everybody to think about this and why we put these receipts on the table and how big and thorough these receipts are. Family, we done sat here and had a whole space about people being sent in. Those of y'all who just seen my broadcast, I connected the dots and showed people why these individuals are getting broke off bags to come over here and infiltrate foundational Black American. And we could talk about Uncle Toby, we could talk about Mona Leo, or we could talk about the motherfuckers who just came in here right now. Y'all think all that is a coincidence? Hell no. They were all sent to come here. Notice those two arrived at the same time. They both came here simultaneously at the same time. They both came up. They both got accepted. Their hands went up at the same exact time. Okay, the space crashes. One of them got to talk. The other one came immediately back up. So he hopped in two of the spaces. He hopped in the other space, the one we in right now. So they be following and they be watching and they be stealing things. Notice every single thing that he said was nothing more than the talking points that come from the dominant society. He went down the whole list. This man said he a Pan-African who knows Dr. Umar, met him on the internet. Yep. And then he flipped around and said that Good Trouble. And he said that Selma, his parents were all there marching. Dude's story didn't add up. Nothing equated. It did not compute, fam. And I'm on code. See, another mother being here saying, I told y'all about Dr. Umar. I got on code with that situation. And I don't know how nobody feel about it. I got on code. I'm not going to let nobody come up in here and start talking about Dr. Umar symptom and it's clearly an op. I'm on code with it. So all y'all people out there who ain't really on code and you just talking and you think the code is what you want it to be, it ain't that way. I'm not going to let no supremacists come up in here and start talking about Dr. Umar Johnson like he's a friend of Umar. Umar sent him and we know that ain't true. I ain't going to do that. It's easy to pass that by and just let it slide like Umar on his own. But a real one gonna step up and shut that down. That's exactly what I did. And I let him know, you don't know no damn Dr. Umar. And Dr. Umar ain't sent you. That was a Nigerian scammer in a village in Nigeria. That's who sent you. And then when you talk about the AU, we gave y'all, me and my brother Church, we gave y'all a list of different people who were behind the scenes, who were the ones pulling the strings, the folks that you don't see on the day-to-day, but they got these people following us on the day-to-day. You had the guy who called in from the UK, roasted him, sent his out of here, light work. Then we had this clown, came in here, roasted him, light work. And for the next one, roast him, light work. And we're going to be on our way straight to the bag and don't stop. Understand this, family. When you roast these people and you put the receipts on the table, that's a good thing. You know why? Because the next brother and sister is going to watch and say, good, I'm going to get this next person who comes towards us with bad energy, negative energy, foul vibes. I'm going to give them the same treatment that all my brothers and sisters do. That's how you got to do it. But trust me, y'all, this is a prime example of the talking points, the agendas, the organizations, the affiliations, the political parties, and all across the world. Did I not tell y'all right before they came in here? I said, you got people from different backgrounds, different religions, different continents, but the denominator is they don't want foundational Black Americans to be ourselves. I told everybody that these people all have a stake in us, and what they want to do is erase and replace us. And when we're gone, then they'll battle each other. I said that, fam. Cameras is rolling. Prophesize. I told you. I said they're going to battle each other after they get us out the way. That's exactly what happened. Two people came in from two different backgrounds, but the one thing they have in common is anti-Black racism. Remember this, family. These people may not have the same religion. They may not have the same spiritual system. They may not speak the same language. These people may not agree on politics, on agendas. These people may never meet each other. They could be from one hemisphere, the next hemisphere. They can come from warm climates or cold climates. The one denominator that all of these people have is they all share an anti-Black American hatred. So if all these people from all those backgrounds share an anti-Black American hatred, then all foundational Black Americans should share a fuck them. And if you ain't standing on that, then you ain't standing. And we upright, family, holding it down. Let's get to the hands. Let me send this to Seppa real quick. Matter of fact, Church, I'm going to send it to you, and I'll have you send it to Seppa. And then we got Rose City in the building. Angelic, let's keep this thing popping and keep it flowing. But I told y'all, these people is being sent in. But guess what? When they send them in, we send their ass right on out. Embarrassed. Go ahead, Church.
100% fold, family. And I want everybody to notice exactly what our brother Black Alpha just did. really all of us just did with this guy. You know, I was just saying about an hour ago before the space was shut down by you know who, Elandra. Anyway, before the space was shut down, I was just saying like we need to get on that what's it to you energy, right? Immediately, y'all saw and everybody here saw our brother Black Alpha go after this dude and he came on that Pinky from Friday energy. Who sent you? Who sent you? And he could not respond. It threw him the hell off. And Alpha did not deviate from asking him that question. And then he didn't deviate from asking any question that was relevant to the situation. Well, why does it matter to you? Oh, okay. Why haven't you put any money behind these things? This person got roasted left and right. 350 degrees, slow roast, 4 hours. He was nice and tender because his name apparently, you know, the bussy chaser. We're done here. There's no conversation to be had. But I just wanted to give a shout out to our brother Alpha on that because God dang it, that's exactly what I was saying when I said we need to have that what's it to you energy. Why are you even here? Let's get over to our sisters.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold up. Wait a minute. Family, let me also point this out as well. I want everybody to see that every single tactic available was used by this guy and he couldn't shake us. I want everybody to notice how he started throwing out names after we started regulating and checking them. He called me and church anti-Semite. And notice I came right back and said, well, I think you anti-Black American. And then I told him, you ain't used to a time of putting jackets on us. And then we put another jacket right on your ass. You don't like that, do you? See, they're used to a time where they could just say anything about us and it was a one-way road. They call us this, call us that, and we were just, okay, I'll take it. That ain't how the streets get busy in these eras. What we do now is, okay, if you say that about me, I say it right about you. How about that? I think you anti-Black American. And then I told him you got more energy of resistance towards us. We didn't even know who you were. So anybody listening could already see that. And then he started calling us bigots. Notice, fam, he started trying to get underneath our skin. He started saying, you're anti-Semite, you're a bigot. Why don't you let me talk? He expected us to get angry and upset, and we continued roasting his ass and laughing. One thing about FBA, we're going to roast, and we're going to laugh all the way through. I may say something about your mama's mama. As a matter of fact, I did say something about his mama's mama, and he still didn't do shit. And then I told him he wasn't going to leave even after I dissed him, and he stayed there. But notice, fam, when you smile and you laughing, that makes him upset because you're supposed to get mad. That's what Black Lives Matter did. That's what the African Americans did. They got mad and frustrated. And then the supremacists can control them. Them words mean nothing to me. You can't offend me with your words. I understand every single jacket. Family, they was putting this jacket on our grandparents, and grandparents. Why the hell would that jacket upset me today? I already know that they're going to come at us and try to make us mad, call us every name, try to put brands on us, try to put jackets on us. I told y'all that shit don't fit. We wear an extra large, not an extra medium. Okay. So understand, fam, the tactics were used, but the tactics didn't get us to budge not 1 inch. That's how you handle these people. We called out who sent them. We called out every hole in his argument. We called out all his cheap, falsified tactics. And then we exposed him and joked and roasted his ass in the whole process. So when you can do all of that with receipts and still laugh in the process, that's mean you winning. And that's why these individuals can't stand next to us, fam. It's a whole different time. Remember this. And I tell people all the time, the world is going through a culture shock. There's a culture shock, family, and it ain't just in one area of the planet Earth. The whole planet has a culture shock. What is that culture shock? It's them getting used to this new era of Black Americans, and they just were not ready for it. They were not ready for it. They were not prepared for it, and they're looking right now with the way we act, and we check them, and we're in control, and we dictate what I told him. He said, let me ask you a question. I said, you don't ask the questions. I ask the questions, and you better answer it or I'm gonna drop yours. Black man ain't supposed to talk to him like that. You might have got 3, 4, 5 back in the day, family, but now you got millions. So the fact that we got millions of certifieds who are in control, fam, that's a different story. That hit a little different. And that's what creates the culture shock. Everybody's mad because you can't fool us. You can't make us angry. You can't put jackets on us, and you're not going to divert our attention. We still about money. We still about delineation. We still about reparations. Send in any whack ass rapper. You can pay any troll you want to. You can send any buster, as supremacist, Mayo, Miracle Whip people from any side of the globe. We're going to send asses all back home because foundational Black Americans are home. And when you're at the house, fam, they got to play by your rules. Easy work.
Go ahead, Gerard.
Okay, so I'm sitting listening to y'all and just laughing, right? I'm going on everyone's the top Jamaican pages, right? Guess what their last post about Black Americans was? 5 days ago. I literally, if you go to their names, type in Black American, I posted some in the purple pill. They ain't said nothing about us. But 5 days ago is their last post about us, Church. You are so right about what you're talking about. I'm literally sitting here trying to find someone that genuinely cares. Like, wait, am I being mean, or these people are literally just talking about us because we popped? They're literally 5 days ago. I have proof in the purple pill that they didn't give nothing about us until 5 days ago, and now we in their mouth. It's sad. We not making this stuff. I got proof that we not making this up. It's in the purple pill. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's been all over social media. That's the thing. It's all across social media because they use this as a situation to steal from us. Let me send it to my brother Church real quick because somebody calling me. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. I got to give a shout out to our brother Black Truth United as well. I know he holding it down in the comment section. But yeah, my brother Gerard, I understand you on that end because, yeah, that's what we end up seeing regardless of whether we go looking for it or not, right? We could just step away from social media for a few days. Remember when Black Americans was banned from TikTok for 24 hours? Everybody on this side was acting crazy. I understand that too. But when you got back to TikTok, you had all these people with all these videos talking about us. And then you had other people who was like, hey, Black Americans, I'm glad you back. These people, they were out here really, really just talking bad on you guys. They were disrespecting you to the left. They were disrespecting you to the right. Now that you guys are back, everybody's quiet. Everybody's silent. That's how they do. Whenever they have a situation where they can talk about us, they will. Whenever they have a situation where they can denigrate us, they will. Whenever they can sneak diss us, guess what? They will. We're the only people that don't deal in sneak dissing. What did Kendrick Lamar tell Drake? He said, if I sneak diss, if I cat flight, it's going to be direct. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we do. Overall, if there's a problem that we have, we are not going to sit here and sneak diss about it. We're going to tell you up front. We're going to tell you the issue we have with you, the reason why it's an issue, and the reason why whatever you feel doesn't pertain to the reason why it's an issue. Because you being here with feelings does not change the logic of the situation of the issue. So when it comes down to foundational Black Americans, I'm most proud of the fact that we're not taking anybody's nonsense anymore. No matter what the situation is, no matter what they claim it to be, no matter what their rebuttals are, we're all moving in the same simultaneous movement direction forward. We're telling everybody, okay, what did you do to us? No. Don't talk about what we're doing. Tell me exactly what was done to us that made us say what we said about whoever you're offended by. You see what I'm saying, family? These folks, they don't understand that we've been 10, 20, 30 steps ahead. We're playing chess, fourth dimensional chess, while these people are still playing checkers. Can you understand now why they're so upset? Why they think we're so privileged? Because we've taken the time to actually elevate who we are as a people on this continent. We've taken the time to actually elevate who our ancestors are on this landmass, because if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be here on this landmass. If it wasn't for them fighting for us and making sure that the next generation is going to be okay, we probably wouldn't be here as the next generation. So a lot of these folks, they're jealous of that. They can't sit there and say their ancestors really held it down. And the people that they can say really held it down, they can't really claim because those folks really turned against them. This is what we have here today, family. And this is the situation that we're consistently dealing with. People who are jealous of the fact that we've really held it down in this country, and they got to come to a country where someone else held it down while they talk stuff about us, and they know we're the only people who hold it down.
Yeah, hey, damn right. But see, hey, listen, I need everybody right now, everybody, if you in this space right now, follow my brother Church. And if you listening to this on YouTube, follow my brother Church. That was scholar work right there, fam. Scholar work to the T, verbatim, broke down. No mishaps, no misinterpretations, direct. As our brother said, we come direct, ain't no sneak dissing over here. Real good work. And to our brother's point, exactly what he's saying. Foundational Black Americans, past, present, future, us, our ancestors, we remind them of their failures every time they see us. So every time they encounter a foundational Black American, whether that be on television or in the flesh, what we've done, what we've created, and just the way they want to be like us and everyone around them wants to be like us, that reminds them that they've never done anything. And then after they realize they haven't done anything and the jealousy really starts to kick in, then they got to start to think about all the numbers that they've had and they've still failed. They got to think about the homeland in which they're at and they haven't done anything in their homeland. Let me tell you guys right now, the biggest thing about foundational Black Americans in this reparations generation. I'm going to tell you the biggest thing. The biggest thing is, family, is that everyone now knows that we built America, the country everybody wants to come to. We take ownership of it. Our foundational Black American flag is waving in the sky. So now that everyone knows that we built America, how do you think Africans feel about never being able to build Africa? Do you see how we just put a mirror in front of them with our success? Our success shines very bright and it reminds everybody of every failure they've ever had. They looking at this country that we in and they sitting there saying, damn, those Akadas, those work harder niggas. I've been telling them the whole time how bad they were, but they built the country I want to live in. And then they look around at their continent that they live in or their island, Jamaica, that they live in, and they say, damn, I ain't never been able to build mine like they built theirs. It's like the guy riding in a little hoopty and then somebody drive-bys in a Lamborghini. His wife gonna look at him and say, why your car ain't like his? And then you got to be reminded that you ain't like him. And that's what we've been saying. Certified. All right, brothers and sisters, I'm out. I'm gonna let everybody enjoy their night. It was a good one. We've been holding it down. We're going to continue to hold it down. We might be back, do another one here soon, but y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Everybody knows it's the hottest thing going in the new Black media. Voice of the concrete, the people, people's champ. We really be out there. Roll call. We have all cities in there, all regions, all states, because we love Black Americans everywhere. All different accents. It don't matter. Southern accent, East Coast, West Coast. We love it. Midwest, we in here. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe and come be a part of the Certified 100, fam, because we keep it all the way 100, not 55, not 52, all the way 100. So come be a part of that, y'all. We out here building. We outside with it for real. I'm going to send this to my sister, Angelic, perhaps, and maybe I could have her close the space because I always be doing that to her, unannounced, y'all. But if I can, sister, are you still there?
I'm still here, and I'm going to get you one of these days. I'm going to get you.
You can't be saying that like that, Angelic. You said that like it.
It's the third time, y'all.
Like, like I meant it. That's how I said it.
I love you so much, sister. You take it easy.
You know, I love you, sister. The floor is yours. Bring us home.
I love you too. Okay, family. I love everyone in this space. Thank you for contributing what you contributed to the space. I listen to all of you all, and I get so much out of what you said. And it's reminding me, even if it's something I may have known about, it's reminding me of things that I need to be wary of, and I needed to be reminded of and to pay attention to. So thank you so much for that. And family, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you on the next one.